Just wait. Hey guys, we are live here in Okotoks at Canada's first virtual Super Saturday and in-house. So if you are jumping on with us today, go ahead and let me know in the chat how global we are. Go ahead and comment below. I want to see where everybody is tuning in from today. And we're going to get this event started in about 9 more minutes. I see Sacramento is on the line. We got Florida, Trinidad. This is a beautiful, beautiful. We got Virginia, New York. So good to see you guys tuning in with us today. So this is the benefit of being able to share with you guys the skill set to really take your business to the next level. Whether you are right here live with us here in Okotoks or whether you are tuning in virtually, you want to share this link. If you are tuning in virtually, you want to share this link because the information that you are going to expose your family and friends to today is going to take you next level. And when I say take you next level, the next MVU millionaires are tuning in right here, right now, today. Because this platform that we have here at NvisionU really is like nothing I've ever seen. And I didn't even know this was an industry 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I made a New Year's resolution. Go ahead and write New Year in the chat if you have ever made a New Year's resolution. But I'm telling you guys, this New Year's resolution that I made 10 years ago actually took my life to a new level. Like I said, I didn't know this was an industry, but because I decided to really just become responsible for my life, it just changed everything. One decision actually transformed and put my life into trajectory and has allowed me to earn $1.4 million in this space. So when I tell you, you need to be in front of this information, you need to gain that skill set because the skills that you're going to learn today is going to take your life to that next level. But you have to be in the know in order to get to those places, right? We have the best of the best leading this training today. Multiple 7-figure, 8-figure earners are going to be on today. Go ahead and drop some hearts and fire for our CVO, Mr. David Imonete. He is going to be live with us today, zooming in from Nigeria, right? And that's why it's so important, you guys, to expose your family and friends to this information and so that they understand that they can really tune in and grow a virtual business, right? You can tune in from across the globe. We are open in over 40 countries. Who do you know that needs to get in on this information? You want to send those text messages out. What the information that they're going to get today in front of the #1 leaders in the world. David Imonete is the #1 leader in the whole entire world. You guys, he has had $1 million days. $1 million days. What could a $1 million day do for your family and friends if they just get this information? We have Mr. Bryce Thompson, you guys. He is known worldwide. He was the youngest entrepreneur in the entire world to maximize in this space. He took 21 of his friends millionaire by the age of 23. Who do you know in their 20s that need to get exposed to this information? We got Mr. Richard Hall. You guys, he literally has had $1 million days within our financial literacy platform. You guys, he's going to give your family and friends the information that they need to really take their life to that next level. We got a lot of background noise, but I just want to make sure you guys get everybody in front of this information. It is going to be nothing but a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so excited. We got 5 minutes before one of my mentors, I didn't even know him until I came into this space. And that's why it's so important to connect your family and friends to people within this space, because Mr. Bass Grant, multiple 7-figure earner, has literally changed the direction of my life. All of the things that he has been able to deliver to me literally allowed me to earn 6 figures in my first 12 months in this company, closing in on $1 million within this space in just 2.5. We're going into our 3rd year. The skill set that he is going to give you guys is like unmatched. And he's really going to help you understand, the process that your family and friends are going through when you start to reach out to them and share this opportunity with you. So this is information that you want everyone just getting started to get in on. And that's why I really wanted him to open up this event, because he has really just been able to give me those skills to really change the mindset of the people that I have been bringing into this opportunity, which then led them to have massive, massive success. So definitely in 4 minutes, we're going to bring Mr. Bass Grant on. He has led thousands of people, you guys, to multiple 6 and 7 figure incomes. And the platform that he really has maximized on, we are just bringing into this space. So if you know anybody that drinks coffee, do you know anybody that drinks coffee? It's really not a matter of who do you know, who don't you know, right? And so that's why it's so important that you get your family and friends in front of this information, because it's not a matter of who do you know, it's who don't you know. But they need to be in front of the information so they can gain that skill set to really take their business to that next level. So we're going to get started. Like I said, in 3 more minutes, we're going to bring on Mr. Bass Grant, multiple 7-figure earner, and you guys are going to hear from the best of the best in this space. So we'll give everybody a few more minutes. Go ahead and drop it in the chat if you're super jacked. If you are super jacked to be in front of this information, drop it in the chat, because I'm telling you, today, 10 years ago, I got on a call and never miss an event, never miss a call, never miss an event, because today is one of those days that is literally going to shift your life to that next level. But I can't stress enough how important it is to send the link out so that other people get exposed to this information. Don't keep it to yourself. Say, you know what, trust me, get in front of this information. Just expose yourself to what people across the world are hearing about. NvisionU, like I said, open in over 40 countries, over 42 million. You guys, we have the best of the best platform and leaders in this space, and you want to get yourselves in front of the information. I see Mr. Bass he is sharing the word. He is posting it all over the chat. So he is ready to come on in just 2 minutes. He is going to be live in front of you guys. I believe he's in Tampa, Florida right now. And that's the power. We're here in Canada. He's tuning in from Tampa, Florida. We got Richard Hall. I don't even know where he's at. I'm trying to think where he's at today. Mr. Bryce Thompson's in Houston. We got Mr. David Emonete tuning in from Nigeria. This is the power of growing a virtual business, you guys. Literally, you can't. Yeah, I see people are chiming in the chat. So Mr. Bass Grant, I'm going to bring you on a little bit early to just go ahead and give a little introduction, whatever is on your heart today, because I just want to say before you come on, like, you have changed the direction of my life, and I'm so forever grateful for all of the nuggets. There he is. I see him on. Go ahead and take it from here. Thank you so much. And like I said, like, TIA, thank you in advance for showing up with us today, for us today, and for the millions and millions of people that you will have an impact on that you don't even know, right? We don't even know the lives that we're going to impact until we share this information. So take it away, Mr. BG.
Absolutely, Sarah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Fantastic. Yeah, guys, put some fire emojis in the chat. Put some fire emojis in the chat, you guys, for Sarah V. Again, you gotta love technology. She orchestrated this entire Super Saturday, so you guys can definitely, hear this information that we're gonna bring to you guys here on this amazing Saturday. Let me actually mute her out real quickly here. I think she's there we go. So yeah, you guys can hear me now. Real quickly, guys. I am excited to start off this information when it comes to the call today. And one of the things I want to make sure I touch on, because I have a great subject that I'm excited to talk about. It's a subject I know very, very well. But one of the things I want you guys to understand is the adversity that comes with running a business. But once again, the freedom. I want you to type freedom in the chat. Okay. There's a lot of adversity that comes with, running a business, because this is a business. And then once again, the freedom. All right. And some of you guys don't know this, and you probably can't see from me doing this call, okay? But some of you know, because I've had a chance of talking to you in the last, when I could, the last 24 hours. But I've been battling the flu bug, okay? I'm still battling it, not right now. I can't even talk. I'm battling the flu bug right now. So I'm going to say in advance, as I drink my water from my daughter's cup. She loves Minnie Mouse. People say me too. Okay. So now technically, this happens this time of the season. Um, and I was still going to do this call. Okay. So if you see me constantly, if I'm presenting and I'm training, and I only get 30 minutes, but trust me, it's going to be impactful and you're going to get a lot from me these first 30 minutes that I feel when it comes to network marketing, it is a must that you understand the art of the rebuttal. Okay. But I do want to touch on real quickly, just when it comes to the freedom, what we have, and the adversity, getting sick. Yeah. It caught me. Now, I got it from my youngest daughter. Okay. My youngest daughter had got the flu bug. And I think we all, as parents, for all the parents on the line, okay, this is going to go right into what I want to talk about here today when it comes to making a decision. I think at all parents, male, female, so I'm not going to leave out just the men, all parents, when it comes to your children, there's nothing that you won't do when a decision is made. So when your kids get sick, or in this case, when my youngest got sick, it wasn't a thought or a decision of making sure I was, there with her, the whole step of the way, making sure she was good, taken to the hospital. When they said she had the flu, I'm, I think we all can agree, kissing on her, Now, chances are you're probably going to get it too. And as parents, we don't care. That decision is made from jump. There wasn't a thought in my mind, oh, my daughter's going to have the flu. So no, so I'm not going to be around. No, no, no. We all could take that away. We all think the same thing. I'm not the only parent that says, put that on me. I can handle that. Does that make sense? It's not even a thought. So when it does happen and they start to feel better, great. We take on that weight. Does that make sense? So granted, when she was sick this week, and I'm smothering her the whole time, smothering her. I felt Thursday, whoo. Doctor said she's getting good, but Thursday, man, it was whew, body aches, body aches, man. I'm like, man, because the older you are, the worse. The older you are, that's when it hits you. Okay, so and then obviously, then the fever and everything as well. But some of you know I was still doing calls, and you had no idea that I was battling the flu. Okay, it wasn't really until like Friday when I'm like, man, I've never slept that long. Okay, I slept for like 15 hours. But again, a decision was made. I made a decision that when it came to making sure she was good and being there, nothing else mattered. And really, when it comes to the freedom, I didn't have to call into a job or call the boss and say, I can't come in today. I'm battling the flu. So, yes, the adversity of things that can happen, that can hinder, this will happen in your journey. But the freedom is when you finally get to that next place, the comfortability of knowing that, I'm home in my sheets, balled up. Oh, balled up. If you see it, balled up like a new baby. But it was good. I was home. I was home. And obviously now you probably can hear it in my voice, but pretty much it's the temperature's going down, and I'm still going to give you all of me today. And guys, when it comes to you guys making a decision here with NvisionU, especially now that we're in February, and I've been hinting at this here. So more than ever, when we say the art of the rebuttals, you're going to get a lot of that more than ever now. So I might as well give you guys the equipment so you can stop making excuses, because a lot of you just really don't know what to do when people are saying certain things. Now, if you're new to this, if you're new to this training, or you're new to me teaching, as Sarah said, I've been in this space 28, 28 years. I was 17 years old when I got started into network marketing, and 24 years full time. I went full time at 21. Do the math. All right. So that's 21 years of day and night, 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 day and night network marketing. Bills paid, show the plan, show the plan. So again, if there's anybody that can talk about rebuttals, it's me. Because I've collected, write this down. I'm a collector of no's. That's one thing I found out. For you to have success, You have to go in. That I went in with the mindset, I'm just a collector of no's. That's what I've been doing for the last 28 years. And you know what's crazy, guys? Of the 28 years I've been doing this, they're saying the same thing. Why do you think I can answer some of you guys' challenges so fast when you hit me up? Hey, Bass, I got a challenge. I was talking to somebody and they asked this question. How do I answer that? And I send it back quickly. How do I know that? Because they said the same thing to me 20 years ago, 15 years ago. They're saying the same thing. It's human nature. Give me an example. When you go outside and it's hot, it's real hot. What do people say? Man, it's hot outside. The people say that when they go outside, it's hot. When it's cold, people open the door a little bit, stick their hand out. It's cold outside. They've been saying the same things for millennia. The same thing. Nothing's new. So let me go ahead and go into this training. Excuse me. Let me go into this training of what I call the rebuttals. Because they call me the rebuttal king, but I mean it's just experience. Okay. I'm a collector of no's, and you want to be the same thing. It's a law of averages. Write that down. We learned it in school. Some of you guys did, but the law of averages. Okay. So let me give you some of the known rebuttals that as you're now showing this NvisionU, you're showing this information. This is some of the stuff that people are going to say that for some of you, you can't get to the next step. You can't get to the next step because you don't know what to say. And I'll say this also. Stop trying to smother. We're in a business to where we get to pick and choose who we can work with. Trust me, I was smothering people in the beginning. I didn't know what I didn't know. Okay, write this down here, guys. There's a CD. You might be able to get it. You should be able to. I know you can buy it at Amazon. So it's a great listen to in the car. Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. I'm gonna start off right there, okay? Because that was my basis right there. Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. That's why I started mastering rebuttals, because when I heard that audio 20 years ago, he was doing it based on what he was experiencing in the 80s. And a lot of that was true to what I was experiencing then and even now. And we just added on to it. But that's where I got the idea that, wait a minute, if people are saying this here, when I'm showing the plan, there's a way to combat that verbiage. And if I can pick and choose who I work with, I can't get upset. I'm going to say it again. I can't get upset when they say no, because I'm a collector of no's. Everybody's not going to do this business. They're not. So, and you got to be okay. Remember this here before I get into this training. Remember, this will put you at ease. Okay, this is why everybody can't be successful in what we do, network marketing or NvisionU. You know why? Somebody has to ask you, do you need paper or plastic? Do you need paper or plastic? Somebody has to ask you that. Somebody has to ask you, do you want your steak medium or well done? Somebody has to ask you that. Somebody got to drive that Uber car. Somebody got to fly that plane. When you go to your vacation and you want to get the fufu drink, somebody got to make that fufu drink while you're on the beach. I don't need the guy, the mixologist. I don't need the guy that knows how to throw down the fruity fufu drinks. He's not in the day because he got a hold of the strangest secret book. No, I need him back there mixologing those drinks. I'm on vacation. I don't need him in my business. Are you listening to me? Once I understood that it's always and will forever be for a selected few, we in there, okay? So, Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. First rebuttal. When people say, I'm not interested, you're showing the information. I don't care if it's trade and travel, it's live, coffee. I'm not interested. Let me give you guys a response. Fantastic. I found out very quickly I was not in my feelings. You know, people are not expecting that response. They're looking for you to combat. See, a lot of you guys trying to push. So I'm showing the information. And the person said, yeah, that sounds good, Mike. I'm not interested. Fantastic. I appreciate you. And I'm out of there. I'm gone. But before, what do you mean? What do you mean not interested? Can you tell me what you're not interested in? And you're just pushing them back further and further, smothering. And you know what they're thinking? He needs me. She needs me. But once I understood, the response became easy, simple. I'm not interested. Fantastic. I appreciate you. And just walk away. Same thing on the phone call. What's the best thing you like? I'm not interested. Fantastic. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. Click. Simple. It's simple. First rebuttal. When they say I'm not interested, agree with them. Okay? This is a big one. Okay? When they say, how much money have you made? Have you gotten that? Put that in your head. Has anybody gotten that rebuttal? Show the information. How much money have you made? That's a setup, by the way, guys. Don't fall for that trap. How much money have you made? Do you know the answer to that? Because I used to, it's not about how much money I've made. No. There's one clear answer to that response. When they say, Bass, how much money have you made? I just got started. So I'm gonna say it again. Showing the plan. Trade and travel. I'm making money trading, the juice, the coffee, and I'm showing it. I'm doing a good job. And that prospect says, how much money have you made? I just got started. Yeah, but how much money have you made? I just told you I just got started. But what I can do is I can put you on the phone with one of my business partners who's been really crushing this thing. Sarah, them having crushed this thing. She's one of the top diamonds in the company. Now you might be saying, but Bass, that's not true. I've been in NvisionU for 6 months, for 1 year. Well, let me make it easy for you. How disrespectful is it for somebody to ask you how much money you make on your job? It doesn't matter. So instead of me being disrespectful, I'm not finna. Plus, when I say I just got started, I'm going by the ramifications that every day that God wakes me up, I get started. So I just got started. But honestly, guys, it's really none of their business. So I use the power of the third party. I just got started. But what I can do, I can put you on the phone with my business partners. They've been crushing this here. See, unless you're sitting at that emerald diamond and you want to discuss, now if you want to discuss, you can. Just understand when you do that, they're going to then compare. Because as soon as you say the number and you say, I make XYZ and I've been in 2 years, you're not making any money. That's what they're going to say. So we just kind of we got away from that saying, I just got started. But I'm going to put you on somebody, I'm putting you on the phone with somebody who's a diamond. See, we can definitely talk about that because that's what they talk about in the company. It's a diamond. So again, guys, don't fall for that trap. When they say, how much money have you made? I just got started. What the question can I help you with? Don't be on the whole thing about the whole truth and lightning gonna strike you down. No, he's not gonna strike a lightning bolt down to you because you're saying I just got started because I'm so excited you woke me up today. Okay. So again, be intentional always. Okay, be intentional. Okay. Let's go with another one. I need to do my research. I like this one too. It's another rebuttal. I got to do some research. Fantastic. What can I help you with? Just any research in particular so I can kind of send that your way? Because we found out if they want to do research, I just want to make sure it's really research or if you just BSing me. Okay. But I say it in a professional way. Oh, it sounds good, bad. I want to do some research. Fantastic. Anything I can send you? You want something more on the trade and travel? You want something on the juice? Anything in particular? Oh, no, I'll do my own research. Fantastic. That goes right back to what I said earlier when they say I'm not interested. That kind of goes on the same line as I need to do some research. Fantastic. I say, what's a good time to follow with you if you collected some research? You'll find that 80% are BSing you. But you'll find that 20% really are going to do some research. And they'll get back with you. But I teach people, don't expect a phone call back. That's their way of saying, leave me alone. And that's fine and super fine, as Jim Rohn would say. I needed some research. Fantastic. Anything I can help and assist with? I'm just agreeing. But again, we're not pushing. No pushing because I'm collecting no's. Okay? Collecting no's. Now we're getting to the good ones, the ones you're going to get that's really going to, drive you in. They're really going to test your limits. Okay? I don't have the money. You're showing everything. You did a great presentation. You're sitting down with someone. And by the way, when it comes to, as they say, asking for the check, You never say, do you want to get started? Never say that. Do you want to get started? That's a yes or no response. No. When? When do you see yourself getting started? That's the proper way. I'm giving you old school Zig Ziglar. Same, the best stuff works. Okay? The best stuff works. Never ask them, are you ready to get started? Get that out of your vocabulary. You're going to have to do it a few times. When? I'm showing a plan. Everything sounds good. When do you see yourself getting started? I see myself getting started next week, Friday. Fantastic. What before work, after work? What's a good time to call you? And they'll tell you, and I go from there. Now, the rebuttal part is when they say I don't have the money. That's what I'm getting to. Because when I say when do you see yourself getting started? If they say I don't have the money, it's one of my favorite rebuttals. If I'm on the phone or if I'm sitting down in front of them, I look them dead in the eye and say, how does that make you feel? That's what I do. And I'm just looking at it. We used to call it Wi-Fi. Way before Wi-Fi was invented, it was WFA. Wait for an answer. Wi-Fi. That's what they told us 20 years ago. When they say, I don't have the money, and they said that to you, I don't have the money. And some of y'all going, you don't have the money. Can you get it from somebody? No, stop. You gotta be professional. So that's why when this call is being recorded, you can look at it again, study this part. Trust me, it's gonna help you a lot. I'm only telling you what I know. You can't do this for as long as I've been doing it and not know a few things. So I don't have the money. How does that make you feel? And they have to answer that. Most would say, it don't feel good. Then I respond, exactly. Well, now that we know it's a money problem, not an NvisionU problem. Get the money. Hey, we'll be here. We'll be here. We do calls every day from 1 to 7. But let me know when you get the money, and I'll follow back up with you, or you hit me up. But hey, appreciate you everything as well, and be blessed. And I'm stepping away because they told us again to make sure we let them know we don't need them. Again, people have a desire, it's a human anatomy to feel needed. Since a baby, we got to feel needed. Does that make sense? We got to feel needed. So for me, when I learned that one, how does that make you feel? That's the emotion. They got, as a grown man, woman, they got to tell another grown person, I'm broke. I'm broke. And they got to live with that. You know what's crazy whenever we do that in front of people? How does that make you feel? Uh, Amazing. That week they found the money. How? Maybe something it was telling them, man, you need to step your game up, man. You wilding out. It could be an opportunity of a lifetime, and you don't have the money to get started. You don't have $200. I'm gonna say it again, guys. Don't have the money. How does that make you feel? You pause. Let them respond to that. When they answer it, don't feel good. Exactly. Now we understand it's a money problem, not an NvisionU problem. We always included the company we were doing. So when I did prepaid, I said it's a money problem, not a prepaid problem. It's a money problem, not a YTB problem. It's a money problem, not an organo gold problem. You guys get it? Same thing. The same thing. It's a money problem. It's not an NvisionU problem. So when you get the money, hit me up. Why? Because God, we're not chasing that. Sounds too good to be true. You know what? I'm gonna say that for last. That's my favorite one. Pyramid scheme. You ever got the pyramid scheme? It's like a pyramid. Just so you know, whenever they say this looks like a pyramid scheme, just for you guys, just so you know, if they ever say it sounds like a pyramid scheme, you've said too much. Let me first start off with that. If you're showing the information, trading, travel, shots, If they ever say it sounds like a pyramid scheme, I want you guys to know first, you, BBs, distributors, you said too much. There is no way of me showing the NvisionU information in the beginning, like just kind of just still getting them pre-qualified. Granted, they're just hearing some information about the company. What's it called? If they're me sitting down and they're saying it sounds like a pyramid scheme, I've said too much. By the time they get to that part of it really kind of like drawn out, they already kind of know it's network marketing because we've already said it. But if they're saying that prematurely in the conversation, you said too much. Okay? So let's first start off there. If they say it's a pyramid scheme, you said too much. Okay? But FY, when it comes to you knowing, if they still say, well, it sounds pyramid scheme-ish, whatever, agree with them. Yeah. Now, before I go into, and this is what you say to them, I'm not going to break down, the shapes and things of that nature of what is true and what's not, but got foundation, something foundation solid. Everything's built like a pyramid structure. There's things that's legal and illegal. So I educate them, right? Put that in the chat, educate them. So I didn't say, when they say it sounds like a pyramid scheme, and this is a fun little exercise. I say, even though I didn't talk about that, but that's fine. What is your definition of what's a pyramid scheme? And they'll say, and whatever they say is wrong. Say, nah, you sure? I'll ask them again. I say, well, no, let me give you the example of what a pyramid scheme is, okay? A pyramid scheme is something that has no product or services rendered. A pyramid scheme is something that has no product or services rendered. That's the legal term. Did I show you a product? Showed you Alive and the Alive coffee. Did I show you a service, sir? Ma'am. I showed you trade and travel. There's no scheme in that. So I just want to make sure we got the clarity on what's a pyramid and a pyramid scheme. Oh, because most don't know. They're just repeating what they've heard. So that's the education of it. So when they say pyramid scheme, what is that? No, that's not. Well, just so you know, the legal term is something that has no product or services rendered. I've showed you a product and I've showed you services. Okay, cool. So what other questions do you have? That makes sense? Two more. Okay, two more. We're now going into a new category, guys. You guys know coffee's here. Some of you guys know this is my space. This is my place. Coffee. One main thing you don't want to get into a battle with, and this also goes for the Alive shots. I've had this conversation with several of you guys. When it comes to the health benefits of our shots, as well as also our coffee, you're going to have people say, how much of the ingredients are in the coffee? How much of this is in the coffee? How much of that is in the shot? How much of each thing is in the coffee? How much of that is in the coffee? You know the response I tell people? Enough to make a cup. What other question do you have? How much of the product is in the shots? Enough to make a shot. What other question do you have? I'm not going to get into, God, you need to stop this. You need to stop. Everybody becomes Jacques Cousteau when something health. Everybody get their Jacques Cousteau, their Einstein antennas up when you're presenting it. And you guys fall for it every time. I get the phone calls like, why are we even just entertaining this? So wait a minute. You showed this information and a person sent you a response back. I need to know how much of X, Y, Z is in the product. I mean, what you should ask me before I do that, what did you eat last night? Because I'm that person. Hey, Rook, I can do that real quickly. What did you eat last night? Like for your household, what did y'all cook? Y'all cook Salisbury steak? What was all in it? What do you mean? You said you made Salisbury steak and onions, right? Mac and cheese. How much of the milk was in the mac and cheese? No. They just go with life. But when it's healthy, I gotta let people know I'm smart. No. Listen, guys. You can do how you want. You're gonna be frustrated as well when nobody gives you the correct answer. You be waiting for days. Has anybody gotten the percentage? How much of that is in the coffee? Please. I got a top money earner. They not top nothing. They're not. They ain't gonna bust a grape. Because as soon as you tell them, then they had this crazy thing. Well, I need to know because I talked to my doctor and I can only have so much. Stop. No. Stop. Stop. Nobody does that when they go out to eat. We order from the menu. We order. Nobody that particular. They don't. But let it be something healthy. All of a sudden, I need the percentages. How much of that is in the coffee? Enough to make a cup. How much of that is in the shots? Enough to make a shot. And last but not least, it sounds too good to be true. Have you ever got that? Because they're on. Sounds too good to be true. You guys know my answer. So is God's salvation. So give me a different excuse. You show the information, people winning, Tiffany Blue Diamond. We got people winning now. February about to be crazy. This setup, watch the quantum leap from NvisionU between now going into convention. You're going to have a lot of people hating. Nah, sounds too good to be true. So is God's salvation. So give me a different excuse. I've yet to this day, listen, guys, listen. I don't have to speak religion. You believe who you believe. I have yet in my adult years, my youth years, had anybody rebuttal back when they say it sounds too good to be true, and I say, so is God's salvation, it's silence. Because if they try to rebuttal that, I'm about to step away, throw some holy water. I don't even want to be in business with you. You finna rebuttal that? No. We definitely can't be in business together. Some stuff just needs to be, it's kind of like when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. When an unstoppable force meets an unmovable object, you know what the response is? You submit. Silence. This that rebuttal? Nothing. Just you're right about that. Okay. Yeah. Because I've yet to have anybody that went and came back. Say, hey guys, listen, I was there. It's really streets of gold. Like they say in the book, it's streets of gold. Wait till you get there. But our faith, don't get me started. So this is just a few. There's many rebuttals. And some of you guys will have some new ones that might start to slip out, different when it comes to the new age. But some of these are still very common. So again, they say about you, the king of rebuttals. No, it's not really the king. I just been doing this a long time. That when people have called me over my years and years and years and years, and I've given the answer, and they like, oh, Bass gave me a response to that. Because they said the same thing to me. Okay? They said the same thing. So, guys, hopefully this was able to assist you. I collect notes. Again, don't have the money. You guys, I have my little notes here. I had to. Normally, I do this off the top, but just in case if I was like, me still getting over this flu. I'm right now, I think 30 minutes is what we get. Sounds too good to be true. I need to do research, pyramid scheme. How much money have you made? I'm not interested. How much ingredients are in the coffee or the shots? All right. And the Jim Rohn, how to build your network marketing business. Please, guys, go get that. Go get that Jim Rohn audio. Okay. How to build your network marketing business. You'll be surprised that he's talking from a CD from the 80s and how true that is. But that was my beginning, like I said. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys for jumping on. It'll be a great day. I appreciate Sarah for putting this on. This new wave, you're gonna see here. We dropped something in the chats. You guys saw the posting. You see this here? You see the background? I've kept this here. I said I'm gonna keep this background all the way. Every time I do presentations, I want people to know. But we just dropped in the chats that something was brewing. Remember me saying that? It's coffee, man. It's coffee. Listen, guys, it's coffee. Guys, I've had a chance to try it. It's a 20 out of 10. It's a 20 out of 10. I've never, ever seen anybody, seen people respond this way to cup of coffee. Let me tell you how strong it is. I'm gonna be done. It's so good. In my opinion, it's not even in the category of network marketing coffee. We have a product that is about to hit the market that can be compared to any coffee on the market on the planet. On the planet. It's not even a net, it's not even an MLM coffee. They say, oh, y'all got an MLM coffee? No. Don't disrespect that. Don't disrespect that brand. This product right here rivals any coffee on the market. How do you know? Let your palate. See, I'm already getting my other rebuttals ready. How do you know that, sir? I'm gonna let your palate be the response to that. You got some hot water? I'm gonna let your palate do the talking. Let's go. Let's get some hot water. Because coffee drinkers, they real meticulous about their product. And when they try that thing, they're gonna be like, oh wow. Uh-huh. Now, how many can I put you down for? 3 boxes, 5, 10. Because you're gonna be on this coffee. I promise you, you ain't gonna want to drink nothing else. Woo! Guys, it's game over. The $100 million movement has begun. And it starts right now. So with that being said, thank you very much, Sarah, for having me on. It's easy, it's simple. It's NvisionU, baby, and it's Coffee Dog. Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you guys for being patient with me today as I kind of battled this little flu bug, but I think I did pretty good. But anytime you guys ever need me, Sarah, I got you. Keep rocking out Canada. We're about to bring some coffee up there that's never before been tested or seen. Just wait. Be blessed, guys. Take it away, Sarah. Let me know if you can hear me, Sarah. Let's see. Do I need to unmute you, Sarah? Let me know. They said I did great.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Hopefully there's no background. Hearts and fire for Mr. BG. If you didn't get some nuggets there, I don't know. I know he has absolutely laid a solid foundation for my business and my success team. So definitely continue to share this link. Hearts and fire for Mr. Bass Grant, and definitely get a hold of the recording, because that is what is going to build your foundation, is knowing what to say, right? When people come back, busting down those no's is going to lead you to yeses, right? And never take no for an answer. You know, definitely be bold in the sense of coming back with those rebuttals, because no's really just don't know. No's really just don't know. So I don't know if you guys can see me or hear me. So I am actually going to bring on Miss Jill Matthews next. She absolutely is a force, and this is her third event that she has hosted since December 5th. And when she woke up this morning, I said, hey, girl, did you know you have 110 in your organization since December 5th? And she said, oh my gosh, the last time I checked, there was 101, and that was just the other day. And I said, that is the power of this business. It grows with or without you. So you definitely want your pen and paper so that you can take some notes from one of the top leaders in our organization who is going to go diamond probably within the next 90 days. So definitely take your pen and paper and continue to send out this link so that you get people in front of this valuable information. She absolutely has taken notes from Mr. Bass Grant's, leadership, and she has literally let that go into her success, right? So it's just gaining these nuggets and then literally taking your business to that next level. So continue to send this link. Get your pen and paper ready, because she is going to give you nuggets and what has really been the catalyst to grow her organization to over 100 people in just 45 days. I don't even know, 50 days. This is valuable, right? So if you want your business to go to the next level, if you are sick and tired of where you're at right now, you need to take notes, right? Success leaves clues. And if you want to have success, you need to get in front of success. So Miss Jill Matthews, come on up here, leading her third event here in Okotoks. Take it away, girl.
I'm going to hand her your phone. Just for now, I can't.
Okay.
I have to kick out of this to get the work.
Right, I have to look into the phone or into here, just talk. I'm not good at this stuff. All right. You can turn the video on so that you can see yourself. Oh, I don't need to, I'll just talk to these people. It's easier than knowing to talk to everyone else. Anyways, I'm Jill. I think most
everybody in this room knows who I am. People online, I am Jill Matthews. I'm here in Okotoks, Alberta, and I own a gym. That is where we are right now. So it's given us the ability to host these events in kind of a public area, which has been awesome. I'm a mom of 4, fitness competitor, and pretty new with Envision. And it's kind of a funny story how I got started. Catherine, who you will hear from next, is our osteopath here, and she introduced me to the products. And quite honestly, I didn't really dive right into it right off the bat. I trust her, so I got on the products. Didn't really talk to a lot of people about it because my brick and mortar business kind of consumed me. So it wasn't actually until January 3rd is when I actually kind of went with it. So there was a little bit of talkings about, creating an app to get people moving, because I do believe that fitness is a huge part of the health and wellness products. So we started to build that, and then I went for, actually it's fun. I was driving to have lunch with Sarah Bernier, who's one of the top people in my team. And Sarah called me and she's like, "What are you doing? Like, why aren't you doing anything with this?" And I was like, "Show me how, like, give me the building blocks." And I think that's a huge piece of it. And sometimes we sign up on these things and we're like, cool, like the products are good, I feel good, but where do I go from here? Like, what do I do? How do I sign someone up? Getting over those objections, we kind of like back up, being like, I don't want people to say no to me, where our confidence maybe isn't quite there yet. So Sarah literally said to me, "You need to send out the videos, plant the seeds, put them on a call with me." Because I don't know the business. I didn't really know what I was doing. I mean, I love the products. I fully support the products. The coffee wasn't even really out then, so I didn't even know about that. So anyways, I was like, "Okay, cool. Well, I'm going for lunch with my girlfriend." And Sarah and I went and had lunch, and she's like, "So what are you doing with this app? And like, I've seen you on a couple FaceTime lives." And I was like, "Well, watch this video." And so she's like, "Okay." So we finished our lunch. She watched the video and she messaged me right away. And she's like, "What is this? Like, this is awesome. I want to be a part of this." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm going to get someone to call you." Because I didn't know, you don't know what you don't know. Right. So, Sarah, who is absolutely amazing to have in our organization, and I wouldn't be standing up here right now if it wasn't for her, because she's very good at pushing and supporting. She did the call with Sarah. Sarah learned all the things, and then from there, the duplication happened. So my kind of lesson in this whole thing, and not that I haven't done it too, because I signed up Joanne, who's sitting right here, and she didn't do a 3-way call. She just trusts that, hey, Jill knows what she's talking about in the health and fitness world. I need collagen, so I'm going to sign up. And so she's just kind of gotten these little tidbits of how to build. But do you really know how to build? No, because she missed that 3-way call step, just like I did. Now, my Sarah, she's gone with it. Becky, she's gone with it. Why? Because they started with that 3-way call. So they know the process, they know the steps. It's just like any business. You need to have the footprint. And that's what I said to Sarah when she called me. I'm like, "Give me the blueprint." Like, yeah, these are good products, but I don't know how to build this business. I knew how to build this business. And that's where all my energy is going, because I got overhead to pay. This business, your overhead is an auto ship, which kills me when people are always like, "So I have to keep buying this? I have to spend like $100 a month." Like, you want to be on this product. Like, it's not even overhead. Like, that is your overhead, is $100 a month. You want to know what my overhead is in this place? You don't want to know. You know how many hours I have to put in to pay for this? If you guys put in a quarter of the hours, just reaching out to people, following that blueprint, and that's what that blueprint is. It's so, so important. Lean on your leaders. Get Sarah to do the call. She is, I haven't even been on a 3-way call, because I have been so busy in here. I'm just like, "Sarah, I need you to call this person. Sarah, I need you to call this person. Sarah, I need you to call this person." And she's there and she does it. I've had David call somebody, one of my girls, who's got big connections in Quebec. I was like, "I feel like maybe we need to get David on this call." So the two of them, I wasn't even on the call. David and Sarah jumped on, called it. She's like, "This is amazing." So that call is huge. So it's what Bass just said. He's like, you don't need to tell them all the information. You need to plant little seeds You need to grow your social media network so people are like, oh, what are you doing? And then lean on the people to help you build it, right? Because we need that blueprint. So one of the, I want to talk about mindset a little bit. So that's kind of how I got started at Envision, and that I really wanted to push home that part where the three-way calls, knowing the blueprint, knowing what to do, and make sure you're telling your people the same thing, right? So they know what to do. Because if you're sitting there kind of being like, yeah, I love the products, it's great, but you need to have the confidence, and the confidence comes with the more you build, the more people you put on. Now, one thing that I say as far as mindset, and I say this to all my competitors, all my clients, the people that want to get fit and healthy, the people that want to build business, my trainers, what's your why? That's a huge one for me, not only in the gym space, but in the business world. What is your why? Why are you doing this? Is it because you're sick of friggin' working? Right? Is it because you're tired of the mainstream way of doing things? My why is my 4 kids. Hands down. They are the reason I did this business. They are the reason I stay fit and I work out every day. They are the reason I do 90% of the things I do. They are my absolute world, and I want to give them everything. I have 2 of them in university right now, 2 away playing hockey. They are expensive. And I want to give them all the opportunities that maybe I didn't have. So that's my why. So when I'm like, well, I don't know if I really want to approach this person, I think this person would be really great at this and could probably be, push my business to the next level. Guess what I think of? Taking that trip with my kids, sitting on a beach in Mexico. I don't give a crap if somebody's like, what Jill's just pushing products or she's just trying to make a sale. I don't give a crap, because you know what matters to me? My family, my 4 kids, Jordan, that is it. That is my why. And keep reminding yourself of that. Keep reminding yourself of your whys. So again, I'm gonna go back. My next tag is kind of make sure you know that you're not alone. That's in everything. That's in the fitness world, the business world, and in NvisionU for sure. Like that's the beauty of this. You're not by yourself, right? Again, going back to those three-way calls, making sure that you're leaning on people, and don't forget about the people. Once you sign them up, don't forget about them, right? Keep reaching out to them. Keep, like, if it wasn't for Sarah on me, like, I signed up in spring, Catherine, spring, and I'm like, I'm too busy for this. I'm too busy for this. If Sarah didn't like push, and then finally call me and be like, what are you doing? Right? And sometimes we need to do that to our people. Like, well, hey, how can I help you? What do you need from me? Do you need to, do you need a refresher? Do you need to get on the phone with somebody? And it just because they've done one three-way doesn't mean maybe they don't need another one, right? Further down the line. So keep going with that. I think, and Bass talked about lots of this. I think some of the qualities I'd say of a champion mindset is that resilience, for sure. Resilience it's big in this. Battling all those rejections and things that people say all the time, like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, or, oh, you're just trying to sell me. For whatever reason in this society we have, and I'm aging myself too, but the internet has changed the way we work and what we do. We were taught to go get an education and go get a job. And then you're doing good things in life, right? You're trading your time for money. I don't want to trade my time for money anymore. And the internet and the way of the world and the ability to do this, that has changed the way we can make money. So when people are like, oh, it's an MLM, or oh, it's this or it's that, you need to make sure that your mind is set, that you know that this is just a new way of making money. And it's such a smart, easy way to make money. Like I said, when I opened this place, because this is, people think when you open a business, you have a brick and mortar business, like you're killing it at life. Let me tell you, Taya said to me, Mom, my friends all think you're rich. Guess what? No, not at all. But it's the way our society has been programmed to be like, oh, a brick and mortar business, that's cool. Or they have a job over here, that's cool. But, oh, you're a network marketer? Whoop. Right? It's got a stigma to it. And you guys need to get rid of that stigma. Embrace the fact that this is a business and it's an incredibly smart business model. and it's easy. When you have a great product that they've given us and trading on top, which we're just tapping into that, right? We said to our team, we need to get on this, and that's like a tomorrow thing. We're going to get Paige involved, and she's going to help us all because we haven't even tapped into that market yet. This is so easy because we have great products. All we got to do is tell people, and we have a fabulous team, right? So, and I think another thing is you have to be passionate about it. You have to let people know that you're passionate about it. If I go to somebody and be like, "Yeah, you should try this product," it's okay. Like, okay, sign me up, right? You have to actually believe in it, be passionate about it. I mean, I'm passionate about health and fitness, so that's super easy for me. I'm very passionate about coffee. So that stuff is easy. I hope to get really passionate about trading. I can fully say right now, like, yeah, it excites me to learn, but I don't know enough to know. But with education, with experience, I'll get that for sure. So you got to portray that passion to people. You got to make sure that people actually authentically believe you, right? And I'm the most real person there is, so I could not fake selling something. Like, I have to truly believe it. I can't stamp my name and my integrity behind something if I don't believe it. And you will have people pick that product apart. Like Pat said, like, you will, oh, well, how much of that is in there? Or I had somebody be like, there's xylitol in there. Okay. Like, the amount of things that we take from our doctors and pharmaceuticals, and because the world says that's fine, but because it's an MLM and it's not an FDA approved product, you're going to get all these things. But just know, like, I think if you know and you're confident that it portrays and you can be passionate about it, and you don't have to chase people either. If they're going to be those people, like, step back. There's a million billion people in this world. Don't waste your energy or your time, right? My quick little notes that I'm having here. One thing that I like, and David talked about this quite a bit too, know your vision and make it clear. And Sarah says that she talks about it lots too, like, put your list down, write your list, who your people are, what they're gonna order, exactly what they're gonna order, and make it happen. Putting things on paper, visioning things, that becomes reality, right? For sure. Like, just put it on paper and have it there and hang on to it, because that is what is going to happen. That positive thinking, manifestation, visualization, we hear it all the time in all our walks of life. It's powerful stuff. Very powerful. Ta-da. And then just a couple little strategies that I would add is that, and we've heard it from a few people too, that continuing education, knowing our products. And it's awesome that Catherine's going to talk about that next, because that stuff is important. The education and the trading, books. You guys should be educating yourself all the time on all of these things within, the realm of health, fitness, trading, all of that. I have so many. I saw that David was reading that Dare to Be Disliked book. Well, I've read that, or the personality colors, right? Like, educate yourself on all these different things. I mean, rather than sitting on YouTube, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but or TikToks, like we like, especially Caleb's TikToks. Yeah, educate yourself. Take that time to educate yourself every single day, right? And then the last one that kind of just came to mind is, we always think that we have our one little network. Kind of step out and find other networks, right? It's like, maybe you're going to think of everything that you do, every group, every meeting, every sport. That's a network of people, right? So my ball team, really want to go start learning how to play pickleball. I'm not really sure when that's going to happen, but that's a whole nother network. Church, right? That's another network. I was in my Bible study last week, and these girls are like, well, what is that you're drinking? I didn't even think to even tell them about it. Like, there's so many different networks all over the place. This gym is a huge network for us, right? So if you think that, well, I've told everybody and I don't really know any other people, and so, like, I could tell my family, I find, like, yeah, family's good, and I think you need to share the offer, but family's not where we want to reach different networks, get creative in networks, join different groups on Facebooks, right? Be creative about finding more people. Yeah, and that's kind of all the wisdom I really have to share with anybody. I think I've touched on a lot of things, and yeah, I am just super passionate about this business. I see amazing things. It's fun. It's fun to work together. I mean, like, even like meeting Sarah, not even about a month ago, we went to Texas together. She stayed at my house last night. Everything, relationships that we're building with these good people. You know, everything about this has been wonderful, and I'm just excited to see in 1 year's time, right? We want to have a packed house, and I can see this. I want every single one of us to be successful in our health and our wealth. I want to see life get easier for people because I truly passionately care, and I think that's why I have been successful, because I actually do care about people. I'm not doing this because I want commission off you. I'm doing this because I want to change people's lives, you know, for the better health wise. And that's why the app comes in there. Like, yes, taking products is wonderful, but I truly believe that everybody needs to be moving their body. Everybody needs to get back into resistance training. That is the elixir of health. So, and I want to teach people that globally. And so that's why that platform came. It wasn't for the, you know, the money at all. It is because I really do care about people, and I want to help people. And if you lead your business that way, you will have nothing but success. So thank you, everyone. I don't know who I was looking at or where. I know I'm not very good at this stuff still. I'm learning as I go. Hope that we learned something. Take care. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Miss Jill. Oh my gosh, hearts and fire in the chat for Miss Jill Matthews. If you found value, go ahead and write value in the chat. And that's really what this is about, is giving people value, and just from our personal experiences and our personal successes. But I think it's just exposing one another to those success stories, right? I didn't just wake up a successful leader. It was trial and error. It was just becoming relentless. Go ahead and write relentless in the chat. If you are relentless in your pursuit to winning, I posted in my chat today, you guys have to want to win more than you're willing to settle. You can't be like, oh, I'm a team consultant. It's going to happen. It's just not my time yet. You have to make it your time. You have to really decide. You have to become relentless in your pursuit to the next level. You can't settle for where you are. You have to really want to win. And it's through growing through the adversity, and it's through tuning in. And actually, you can show up on these Zooms. I mean, I'm going to clap for you, but until you actually put these nuggets into action, you're going to stay right where you are. And you have to make a decision. Do you want to stay where you are? Are you settling? Because nothing is going to change until you change, but it's also that intention and the intensity. And I'm just going to be an encourager, you guys. Get up and get after it. No one is coming to rescue you, right? And be a product of your product. And that's why I love Jill's heart and her passion to want to extend her skill set. That she's like, I need to learn so I can be better, so I can serve the masses. What are you doing today to take your business? How many links did you send out? It's free to copy and paste. How many people are you going to expose to this afternoon's training? Or are you just going to be like, this is for me. I'm a ball hog. Ball hogs don't win the championships. It's the person that is good at passing the ball and saying, it's your ball now. It's your turn to take that shot. But if you continue to hold the ball, you are not going to win the championship. If you want to take your business to champion level, you're going to have to get good at passing the ball and exposing and letting your people be around other leadership. The best thing that I could have done in my personal business was expose my team to Mr. Bass Grant. Right? They are going to listen to his structure, to his. I could say the exact same things to my team, but it rings different when it comes from Mr. BG. Right? And so get good at passing the ball. So I'm actually going to pass the ball. And I hope I don't get emotional, but this girl is relentless. She signed up in my business when I first started, and she never put down the ball. She continued to pass the ball. Champion did not happen for her in her first 30 days. Champion did not happen to her in her first 12 months. Champion did not happen for her in her first 24 months. But you know what? She kept passing the ball because she knew that she was one pass away from the championship. She was one pass away, but she relied on her team captain, Sarah. What can I do? What other things can we be doing to grow this? And I said, we need to get in contact with some of the people in your business and say, what is going on? And that was one move that we made as a team to contact Jill and say, listen, what are you doing? And that brought in 110 people since December 5th. Y'all, December 5th was the pass that her business needed to take it to that next level. But the wealth of knowledge that Catherine has behind these products is invaluable. And you don't need to be a product guru to grow this business. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. But I want you to be exposed to the power of our products so that you truly know how powerful these products are, so that that passion can actually grow within your personal self. A lot of people don't know the power behind our products. So they're just throwing them around like jelly beans, throwing mud against the wall and just seeing what sticks. When you actually know the value behind our products and that absolutely can change people's lives on a health standard, and how important it is for everyone in our family and friends to be on these products, it's no longer a sell. It's like, oh my goodness, my aunt needs this. Oh my goodness. And you won't take no. You'll say, listen, you need to be on these products. Your actual health depends on these products. Allowing your body to detox and cleanse absolutely is necessary. It's not a sale. It's like, you need this in your life. So Catherine, come on up here, share your knowledge with the company, with your organization, because this is something that doesn't need to stay a secret. And I'm just so excited. I'm so grateful for your persistence. I'm so grateful for your relentless, because you stayed solid and you're true to your heart and being a servant. You're going to have one of the largest teams in Canada, over 2,000 people in her network, and on her way to that next level. Catherine Faulkner, come on up. Hearts of fire, guys.
Is that what they hear with, I guess?
Just in case.
I was thinking I'll just sit. No worries. Thanks, buddy. Figured I'll sit. I'm a little taller than Sarah. Okay. So just to touch on that, when Sarah first joined in, and I go, yeah, I know Sarah, she wouldn't dive into something unless there's something she truly believes in. So I joined in. And then every time I'm going, one of these days I'll get to it. I'm in college, I have kids, I have businesses, different things I'm doing. And I'm going, I'll get there. And she's like, just giggles at me. I remember how many times you just giggled at me. And then I finally one day I go, you know what, it's time. Okay, I need to get in on this. I've been in here for a while. I'm watching what's going on, and I believe in these products so thoroughly that I couldn't help it. And when I finally jumped in, and she goes, Take a look at this. Take a look at this. I go, I don't understand what that means. She goes, you have over 2,000 people I've built beneath you. I didn't do a thing at this point. All I did was say yes and try the products. Next thing you know, I've got this huge community around me. And I was like, oh my God, I better do something with this. It's like, oh my God. So I did. I started looking into this and getting on these products a little more, because I'm like, these are amazing. People need to try these and get on these. And I'm a giver. I gave it away and I gave it away and I gave it away. You need this. Until I needed this. And that's when it really hit. I had 4 or 5 months ago, my big accident. That one. Sorry. I shouldn't be here. So my horse rolled over me and stomped on me and crushed my head, my jaw, my heart, my organs. So I shouldn't be here. But I go, I'm not healing. This was months into it. I go, I'm not sleeping, not healing. My hair was falling out. This is about a third of my hair. And it was like straw. and I go, you know what? I give this collagen to everyone. Everyone, every single person I talk to or I deal with, the common place is you need this. You need collagen. After 20 years old, your collagen goes down about 30% in production. As you get older, it gets worse and worse. And your collagen is everything. It makes up your entire structure of your system. That is all the proteins in your bones, in your ligaments, your tendons, your cartilage, your gut lining, your sheathing around your nerves, even. All of it is collagen, hyaluronic acids. This is the most concentrated collagen peptide I have seen on the market. And I have tried multiple ones and from different places. To get this amount, I would have to take 4 times that amount if I went to a different products. And I was. And they were horrendous tasting. But I was, I'm trying to get them in there. And at this point, when I finally started trying ours, it only took about 2 weeks. And my hair stopped falling out. It stopped breaking at every little angle. I could brush it again. And then I go, I'm sleeping. I had so much cartilage damage through, my ribs and everywhere else that I couldn't sleep at night. It was agony. And I'm going, wait a minute, I'm sleeping. I'm waking up, I'm doing things, I'm feeling great. But the fact that I could see it in my hair and I could see it in the rest of my system on the outside, that tells me how much it was finally getting on the inside, that it could make that decision to put it towards the beauty side of the body, right? Your body will make that decision. It goes, I can't afford this right now. I need to fix the inside. And that's where I come in my daily life. I fix people's insides. Well, I allow the body to fix itself is what I do. And by looking at what your system needs, opening the blood flow, opening everything else in the fluid flow and seeing what's going on. And I'll tell you, 90+% of the time, it's because you have a reduction in a fluid and blood flow. It's all restricted. It's not getting what it needs. It's not pumping like it should. It's not using all the things to filter through as it should. And you have a serious lack of collagens. And I'll tell everybody, anyone that's walked into my clinic will hear that, like morning till night. Almost every person over 20 years old needs collagen. As a female, we actually reduce our estrogen levels. It starts to drop. And then that, as a result, will attack your collagens even more. That is your tendons. That is your ligaments. That is your meniscus in your knees, all that stuff. That's all collagens. So it's kind of a no-brainer. And it was definitely a no-brainer for me once, I go, we have probably the best products I've seen on the market. The juices, they're not just some great tasting juice that you go, take this, it tastes great in the morning, and people go, okay. They are very carefully selected ingredients to make sure that it encourages circulation, it encourages hormone balance, blood sugar balance. They're all very carefully selected ingredients that will help do what I already try to do on a daily basis in my job, which is open your blood flow, help everyone's systems heal themselves, which is what your body will do if you give it the ingredients. You can't make bread without yeast. Your body can't do these things and detox without these specific ingredients. And I think one of the big ones I wanted to touch on, and I always try to touch on this when I'm talking to people, everyone talks about the beauty side. They talk about all these ingredients, they talk about all this stuff and the energy and everything else. And I want to talk more on the side that gets a little bit swept away in all of that. You can only talk so much in half hour, but these ingredients, some of them get kind of ignored. People go, the spirulina and the chlorella are probably one of my favorite additives in this juice, mostly because as animals, right, we are meant to be ingesting algae when we drink our waters. Every animal out there drinks from a stream, a lake, a pond, and it ingests that algae. And those algae actually have a very specific purpose in our bodies, and that is to detoxify, DNA repair, heavy metal detox. These are all liver, kidneys, gallbladders, all of these help pull and detox. They bind so your body can flush it out. So these are vital ingredients in all of this that can help us do this, help us actually detox, right? The collagen, hearing from some of our clients, especially the male clients, they go collagen, they think hair, skin, and nails. That's all they think about. And I'm saying, no, collagen is you. You are collagen. Everything from your skin into your bones and everything. All of it is your collagen. So if you're struggling with things, you're going, why is it when I walk up the stairs, my knees are hurting? I lift up some weights and my collarbones hurt. My arms have tendonitis, this, that, and the other. That's a pretty big cue. Your body is lacking what it needs to further your, healing and regeneration. After, every night cycle, you go through a regeneration cycle. If you don't have those ingredients in your system for it to actually make the bread, it can't. This is where that comes in. You have to help your system. It's not going to help itself. You're not going to get these things from the air, and you're not going to get them from things you don't question the ingredients on and just eat and drink whatever you can put in your mouth. So these are those ingredients. These are going to help your system function and repair and regenerate at its top peak level. And that's vital. You have no choice. As you get older, you have no choice. You need to help your system. That's just how it goes. So for the men out there, I try to really explain, if you eat liver detox, one of the biggest epidemics right now, non-alcoholic fatty liver. They go, why do I have fatty liver? I don't drink, I don't this. Yeah, every single thing you're putting in your mouth is gonna have heavy metals. It's gonna have different glucoses in it, the high fructose corn syrups, things like that. All of this stuff is so hard for your body to bind and pull out. And then your poor kidneys are trying to flush this. Your liver is constantly trying to flush this, right? That's where these ingredients come in. They come in so they can help pull this out, help detox and everything else. But then you have your collagen there to help repair the damages that are getting done to your system. So these products, second to none. They are by far the most concentrated I have seen on the market. The collagen has 3 types of collagen, so it hits every different angle because you don't have just one type of collagen. We're such a science experiment of items in our body. You need these 3 types to hit every angle that you have to have. It's vital. So this is probably one of the biggest things we explain, and how many men are going, I had no idea. I had no idea collagen was anything other than makes your hair pretty, makes your nails grow. They don't care. They just fix the fact that I have a fatty liver and I'm terrified for my life. This, that, and the other. What can I do? I go, well, we probably have some of the most concentrated, easy to grab, use, access, and so carefully put together an ingredients list for that purpose. And then your sublingual sprays, next level technology. So luckily I have many clients and friends that have reminded me of medical background knowledge that you forget about. Our first method of digestion and absorption of our nutrients is our mouth. And majority of people, 80+% of people, actually cannot absorb any of their nutrients, mostly vitamin Bs and a bunch of other ones, other than sublingual. You can take those pills all day long you want, and you're flushing them right out. They're not. They're coming right out. You're not even touching them. Even if it was a liquid, it doesn't matter. Unless you've held it in there sublingually, most of them you're not absorbing it. So realistically, I could take 10, 20 times the amount of one of these sprays and still not absorb what I'm needing to absorb. And so for me, these are probably, I haven't seen anything that compares to any of these products, or a company that actually cares enough to put the right ingredients and the right items together for people and make it in a process that we can grab and take in our daily lives. I tell everyone I'm going to have a soapbox in my clinic because I am the worst person for taking care of myself because I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. You're lucky if I eat in a day. So if I can get up even in the morning and take my shot, and then before bed I've got my shot of collagen, if I can do it, then anyone can do it. But to see the amount of results that I saw after an almost life-ending injury, it was such a testament to the quality and integrity of these products. They are a peptide. The nice thing is, nutraceuticals and peptides are finally getting the much deserved attention. And the world is changing. People are realizing, it's not about chemicals and pharmaceuticals. It's about nutraceuticals and getting our systems back online the way it should be. And these fall right in line with what we do here. This is why we're here at this gym. We believe in everyone's health and their body's growth. So this is absolutely essential. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. Should be
Sprays, maybe.
the sprays a little more. The dreaming spray. That's incredible. That dreaming spray is incredible. The amount of people I would just give it. We give them away, and everyone's like, "Are you crazy?" I'm going. And it's funny because I'm going, no, but you need this. You need this. You need this. And then everyone laughs at you. Well, you have this business for a reason. I'm going, yeah, but everyone needs it, and I can't help it. I'm going, no, they need this. They need this. And I've have some people especially their children. That's been the interesting one. We think about sleeping and sleep sprays, and we always think about us as adults. And there's so many teenagers and everyone else that we've been helping because stressing over school and everything that goes on in a school setting for teenagers and young kids, stressing over, my tests are coming or this is coming. Some of them have multiple sports and they just go, but then they can't sleep at night. So they're not recovering. You're not recovering if you're not sleeping. Not a single process in your body is going to recover if you're not going into that rest and recovery cycle. So this dreaming spray, I can only take 4 sprays. And I am like, it is immediate. You have the GABA proteins and the valerian root. And it's sublingual. And I'll make sure to tell everyone, make sure you're going to bed when you take this. Don't take it and think you're driving somewhere to the store. Because it naturally just calms your nerves. And everything shuts down and goes, okay, I can do this now. I can go to sleep. And you can feel that cycle kick in. And it's such a natural feeling. It doesn't feel like you've taken anything that's, going to knock you out. It's just your system goes, we're good. We can go to sleep now. And you sleep. And even though you think you sleep, you wake up and you're going, wait a minute. I don't think I got up once. I didn't toss. I didn't turn. I didn't anything. And you feel great. You wake up revived. And this is why we give it away so often to people because, we come across and they're going, bags under their eyes. They're going, I don't sleep. And they might be healthy. They might be working out and eating great. But if you're not sleeping, you're not recovering. So yeah, I got the ingredients there, but you miss this cycle your system has to go through. And this becomes part of kind of an essential body plan is what I kind of call it. I go, you wake up, you have your juices that you need that help your system get up, get going, and get things flushing through. And you have the same thing in the evening and your recovery drink of collagen. And then you go to sleep with your dreaming spray. The calm spray is pretty amazing. I know many, many people are loving the calm spray. That helps again, the kids and other adults and anyone that struggles with any sort of anxiety. I kind of wish I had one with me right now because I had no idea I was actually speaking today. So this is a little wing it. But for me, like it's the amount of people that we've been able to change their lives with these products. Is it just fills your heart. It really does. So it's hard to even go, you should buy this because I wish I had more and I can just give it to everybody all the time because you see the changes in everyone. You see the health benefits in everyone. And I've seen it in myself enough to go, well, if this is something I can use and I have benefited from, then absolutely this is vital for everyone else here. The coffee, I am so excited about the coffees. I have orders. Everyone's got orders of coffees coming in. We have 10 mushrooms with all of the mushroom extracts. So you've got a great coffee that he spent a lot of time researching where to get his coffee from and make this. That's definitely Bass's baby. And and many phone calls and many trials. But to have something like that everyone already uses, you're not going to be able to fight the coffee. Everyone wants the coffee. So to have that and have your 10 different healthy mushrooms in there and your collagens, and it's so easy and it tastes absolutely wonderful. This is a good way for people to get their coffee without having to go and drink who knows what is in the coffees and the additives where they normally go. It's right in your home. It's great. And it follows in line with the rest of their platform of health, right? And I can't wait to see what else they're coming up with. I know there's a few new things coming out, which is great, but the amount of time and effort they put into making sure these products are catered to exactly what you're going to need to recover is priceless. And this company is a big giant family. You're not going to get the CEOs of company calling somebody who's way thousands of people away from him. He doesn't know, you think you're a spit in the bucket, but next thing you know, you've got a phone call or you've got a Zoom call and you think it's a, classic recording like some of the other stuff, and your friends are like, check this out. And then, meanwhile, you don't turn your camera off and you're dealing with horses and straw in your hair. And they go, I see you, Catherine. And I'm like, oh, this is live. But they're so personable. It's like talking to your brother. It's like talking to your best friend. And they are there to support you. They're there to help you. And Jill, how long ago I got her into it and I'm going, this is going to change your life. And I guess this is where I'm going to take some of Bass's advice there when she goes, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I don't have time. I should have said, how does that make you feel? Really? Because now, and I go, I knew. I was like, Jill needs this. This is going to change her life. And not only does Jill need this, NVU needed Jill.
Yes.
And that was the coolest thing. I was like, you guys need to know each other. And I called Sarah, I messaged her, I go, listen, Jill needs to talk to you. I was like, she has what you need. And they have what Jill needs. I was like, you guys need to connect. And the first thing she did is, of course, she goes, what is she doing sleeping on this? She calls you up and next thing you know, you guys are just flying. And I got to just take a back seat and go, wow, look at you guys go. But where else can you get that kind of support? Where else can you get that kind of support? And if you're trying to build a business and build a family of support like that, you can stumble into many different businesses and you're going to stumble the whole time unless someone's there to help you understand. You can't even go pack groceries somewhere without them training you. This is your process, right? Don't miss the process. I missed the process for a very long time. I'm a very stubborn person. So I'm learning and I'm extremely grateful to be part of this entire NVU family, and be able to be here to witness the growth of every monumental product that they come out with and the way this is going to change lives all around the world. So I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Hearts and fire in the chat. If you found value, let's see the hearts and fire in the chat, because if you didn't find value and just to know the catalyst of the products that we have, like literally changing the world on a health foundation, if you want to change the world, change somebody's life, right? And we think it's like financially. No, if you don't have your health, you can't experience and enjoy the wealth, right? So it's so important. And that's why I'm so passionate about the health side, because I know what we have and I know that the world needs what we have. So the hearts and fire in the chat, passion like unmatched from Miss Catherine. You guys, we're gonna stop now for lunch. So we're gonna pause the recording. You can go ahead and hop right off and then come back at 1 p.m. MST, and we're going to start talking about the wealth side. We have Mr. Bryce Thompson tuning in from Houston. You want to get everybody on the afternoon training. This young man, 28 years young, has produced over 21 millionaires. He is an 8-figure earner in this space, you guys. You definitely want your family and friends to get in on just the wealth of knowledge. And that's what people need to understand is the skill set, right? People need to understand that skills is going to pay the bills. If you don't have the skills, you're going to be just like a roster, like just spinning your tires. And I'm so passionate because one of my girls, I didn't realize the emotional attachment I'd have until I personally knew someone super close to me. I'm going to shout her out, Miss Paige. She was just getting the skills to extend her skill set in the beginning until it became something she needed. This was something like her back kind of was against the wall and life kind of hit her sideways. In the month of January, we cannot make any income claims, but she was able to multiply her money in 31 days, multiple 5 figures. Where can you start a business for $175 and multiply your money, multiple 5 figures in 31 days within our own platform? Being a customer, she didn't have to share it with anybody. She was still able to multiply her money without sharing with anyone. But how can you not share that? Who do you know that needs multiple 5 figures in the next 31 days? They just need the skill set so that they can build and multiply their money. So if you know anyone that needs to make money, wealth, legacy, empire, you need to get them on this afternoon, because we are going to extend your mindset so that you can gain a skill set to really take your family's financial future to that next level. And we have the platform right here at NvisionU, the #1 financial literacy program in the entire world. And you are going to get the skill set from the #1 leaders. They have had 7-figure days in this space, 7-figure days. So you definitely want to get everybody in this afternoon. It's free to share the link, you guys. Copy paste, share the link with 100 family and friends. Let's get them on this afternoon. So we're going to pause the recording until 1 p.m. MST. MST. In 1 hour, Mr. Bryce Thompson is going to be live. Do not be late. We're starting bang on at 1 p.m. MST. So if you want to be in front of this information, most importantly, do not keep it to yourself. Pass the ball. Make sure that you're sending this link out to at least 100 family and friends that you love and care about, because you want them in front of this information. We'll catch you guys back here in 1 hour and 8 minutes. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right. Some people think it's complex, but it's actually very, very simple. I was 20 years old, and I was working a 9 to 5 at the time. I was working as a manufacturing engineer. I had just got a full-time offer to work as a full-time manufacturing engineer after college. And as I was sitting at my desk, I got a text message from my older brother, my blood older brother. And it was a picture. It was a picture of a bunch of screens and lines and things like that. And he said, "This is Bitcoin. I'm trading Bitcoin. I'm making money from Bitcoin. I just had my biggest month in the last 4 months that I've been doing it. And I really don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just investing." He said, "I made $10,000 this month trading Bitcoin." Now, I had never even made $10,000, period. Right? I was 20 years old. So I'm like, okay. The only reason that I even want to be an engineer is because you're an engineer. This is what I was thinking in my head as I'm listening to my older brother. He was the first person I ever saw in my family, get a good job. He bought his Range Rover. So I'm like, you mean to tell me that you're actually focusing on trading more than you are your job? He was like, "Yes, bro, I'm planning my escape route. I don't want to work this job forever." And as he's telling me this, I'm really thinking about the fact that I'm at my job right now and I hate it, right? I'm making $20 an hour, but I'm actually not making $20 an hour. I'm selling the hour of my life for $20 because I'm not living with any purpose. I might be making money, right? But I'm having to give away all of my time in order to make, pennies on the dollar. So I want to say the very next day, I decided to join his organization because he was connected to a company that was teaching him how to trade Bitcoin. I did not know that this company had a full-fledged infinite level affiliate program or compensation plan. So I came in, I made $50 my first day. Now, all of you that are listening right now, you got to ask yourself, is $50 a big deal? No, it's not. Well, ask your 20-year-old self in college, still eating ramen noodles, right? Still having to, split a Uber with your friends every time y'all want to go somewhere. $50 was a huge deal. And I did it at the click of a button, all in a day. At that moment, I told myself, I'm going to make 50 million. because I'm doing this on accident. What is going to happen if I do it on purpose? When I look at our platform with NvisionU, all we're doing is taking that experiences like the one I had, and we're doing these things on purpose. We're being intentional with the education and things that we serve all of the people that come in just as customers. I made that $50 without telling a soul. So now you have people that are coming into NvisionU, coming into our platform, 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old. My grandmother, day trades, my grandmother, right? You have all types of people coming into our platform, and they're seeing results on a day-to-day basis just from our education, right? Just from our education. We have a full-fledged learn and earn system. People are coming in and not only earning, whether they know what they're doing or not, but they're actually earning even more as time goes on because they're learning as well, right? When all of you that are guests that have never been a part of our platform, when you guys, or ladies and gentlemen, actually make the decision of saying, hey, you know what, let me go ahead and stop playing with my life and stop playing with opportunity, and you decide to actually get started, right? I'm going to personally recommend 4 recorded videos that we have from our top educator that's right in our platform right now. If you watch these 4 videos in conjunction with getting on the live sessions, in conjunction with getting the educational ideas that are coming directly from our app, because we do have an app in the App Store, I promise you, 2025 is going to be one of the biggest years that you have from a financial perspective. I can almost guarantee that. And I'm not saying it because, oh, Bryce, this is the most money, you're ever going to make with anything you've ever done. When it comes from a passive perspective, meaning money you're making in your sleep, whether you walk out of the house or not, this will be the biggest year that you have financially. Your life is going to change from a financial perspective, an education perspective, and your perspective is going to change, especially as far as money is concerned. I used to think about how was I going to eat, right? I used to think about that. Like, I don't know how I'm going to afford to eat. And now in this world today, I get up and I open up my phone. I get on our app, right? I open up my trade locker and I literally feed myself every single day whenever I want to. When I get on these live sessions and when I, make my own personal money as a customer from utilizing our products and services, I actually play a little game with myself, right? Based off of how much money I make in the morning, that's going to dictate how I eat at night. It's either, okay, cool, I make a little bit of money. Oh, maybe I'll eat at home, do takeout. I have a really big day. I'm going to eat steak. I'm having a steak dinner that night. Like, that's how I live my life. Like, it's money. When they say money grows on, money doesn't grow on trees, it's almost like I laugh at that statement now because it's like literally maybe it doesn't grow on trees, but it's printed from our phones for sure. This is what's happening in the world as we know it today, and we really have to fully capitalize. Now, Sarah, I don't know if you actually want to share any slides or show a presentation, but I can just speak just clear cut from my own personal perspective, while we're on this call. And another thing that I'm going to say is it's not only day trading, right? We have a full-fledged suite of education that, there's just nothing out there quite like this. We just brought on a full-fledged stock educator. So anybody that wants to learn about stocks, you want to learn about the top, the NASDAQ, the top 100 companies in the world, which is put into an index fund. We have a full-fledged educator that's going to teach you every single week how to capitalize and understand the economy and how you can take full advantage from a financial perspective. Now, that's the first thing. Now, the second thing, we have a crypto educator. We just brought on a full-fledged crypto educator. Now, I don't know if you see or have heard what's going on in the world right now, but our newly elected president out here in the United States said that cryptocurrency is something that's going to be mandatory. mandatory. Every single day, we have people buying and investing in the cryptocurrencies right here within our platform. Our crypto educator says that he's going to give away 5 different crypto projects every single week for you to just put in a little bit of money that has the potential to 10x, 15x, 20x, and perform like some of these more popular cryptos that you hear about, like Bitcoin, right? Ripple, Ethereum. That alone is like, I mean, there's not a lot of platforms out here that are providing information like that. Now, to keep it going, we have the top 200. She's in the top 200 of CPAs in the United States. Her name is Angie Tony. Feel free to research and Google her. We have a full-fledged licensed accountant, right? Licensed accountant that goes live every single week, really teaching us and showing us how to manage our funds, how to invest in insurance policies, right? They're teaching us about credit, right? Teaching us about how to, learn and do your own taxes, tax advantages, things that people do not know from a financial literacy perspective. This is something that we have right on our platform every single day, every single week. Somebody is just giving away $1 million information right here on our platform. Now, I always ask people, like, how much do you think something like this costs? And, I'm sure Sarah will share it. If I don't want to just, of course, for somebody that might not know that's listening to this, but people would think that this is like a $40,000 platform. And the only reason I say $40,000 is because that's the tuition of most institutions, especially private institutions. Like the college I went to was $40,000 a year. And everything that I learned in that classroom has not paid me a dime today. But you got platforms like the one we have right here within NvisionU from an education perspective that's freeing people financially, freeing them financially. I can only imagine, because we got sessions on our platform where people come on and they literally, have a financial benefit just from being on a call. They literally earn and they profit just from being on a call. I can only imagine in college going to one of my 50-minute or hour-long courses with my professor, and I go into the class, I get paid, and then I go to my next class. I would probably be in school still right now if that was possible, right? It would be no reason for me to graduate. If they had classes where you can literally financially benefit while you were in class, like, what would be the point of graduating? Let me just stay in class. I don't want to leave. More people would actually be going to school. And that's the environment that we've created with our platform. People are literally seeing the benefit within their first 72 hours. I can talk on and on about our platform. And of course, my story is endless. Just like Sarah said, I really don't even like talking about the money that I've made. I've done really, really well for myself. I mean, I've been able to, like, I'm 28 years old, and most people that are in their 20s, like, they always dream about, doing certain things. And it's like, I feel like I'm 10, at least you could probably add 10 years, 20 years onto my life, because a lot of that stuff I've just completely gotten out of my system at 22. Like, I've every car that you can think of, I've probably bought and driven. I've lived in $1 million homes with an S, right? My home now is, really, really nice. I've done it for my family. I've, my mom, I've been able, like, success is not about money for me anymore. It's literally like, I'm a competitor. I played sports growing up, and my competition with other people in the world and other companies and other platforms is who's going to create the most millionaires. That's what I want to compete about. Who's going to help the most people make $1 million? That's what I'm competing for. That's what keeps me going. That's where I find the most fun, right? I know for a fact that right here within NvisionU, we have millionaires being created and joining this platform every single day. It just has not shown up in their bank account yet. It happened for me at 20 years old. I made my first $1 million at 22, By 25, I helped 20 other people make $1 million. But I was 25 years old. I'm 28 now, and I'm just so blessed and grateful to be in a platform that's safe, that's, you know, like fully funded and invested in, right? Like you have people that have done this for 20 plus years with experience. You got people like, it's attracting people like a Sarah. Look, we also have we also just had a young man come onto the platform as an educator named Stefan. I saw him in the comments, right? He's teaching people about how to go viral on social media. You got people that are streaming on social media, making tens of millions of dollars. They don't teach you that in school. We teach it right here on our platform. Making $1 million, $10 million, it will never be this easy. It will never be this easy. And I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying it's very, very simple. You just have to get connected. You have to plug in. You got to get acclimated to everything that we have. And I mean, the sky is the limit. Sarah, I appreciate you for having me on. I appreciate you for letting me tune in. I, wholeheartedly, I really just can't wait until May. May, our live convention in Houston, Texas. I cannot wait to see how many people cross that stage in front of thousands of people that just secured their first $100,000 in this industry, just secured their first 7 figures in this industry. I am like ecstatic. It's going to be a full-fledged show. It's going to be like a concert. It's going to be like a festival. We're going to just have so much fun out here in the United States. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. It's going to be like a big family reunion for me. Sarah, thank you so much. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's connected to her, look, you are all more blessed than you know. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. BT. You guys, hearts and fire in the chat for Mr. Bryce Thompson. I'm telling you guys, if you are not in front of this information, you need to be, right? Taking your life to that next level couldn't come better from Mr. Bryce Thompson. You guys, he is absolutely a wealth of knowledge. Get people in front of this information, especially the younger generations, right? To be tapped in at 20 years young, OMG, OMG. So thank you very much, Mr. Bryce Thompson. Hearts and fire in the chat. We are going to, I'm not sure if Mr. Richard Hall is on and ready to go live because we are a little bit ahead of schedule. But if he is, go ahead and let me know in the chat, Mr. Richard Hall, Market Bully, if you are ready. If not, I will keep rocking and rolling. He's not ready. he is totally double booked, but I'm going to talk about him for a hot minute because his heart, oh my gosh, you guys, and I'm going to just talk about the culture and the community that we have here at NvisionU. It is like nothing you can ever expose your family and friends to other than that. I'm seriously like, the world changers, I believe, are right here at NVU. Mr. Bryce Thompson, Mr. Richard Hall, the educators, Mr. David Imonete, Yvonne Tapia, they are truly here to serve and impact 1 billion plus lives. I believe as a community, we can actually exceed that and honestly take that role on as individuals because it's the wealth and the wealth is within the knowledge. Right? Once you gain this skill set, the opportunities are endless, but it's just how many people are you going to pay the love and leadership forward to? How many people are you going to expose to the knowledge that we have here within this space? And that's where you have to take on that responsibility as individuals because it's passing the ball. Like, I really didn't even understand the magnitude of this space because I didn't know. I wasn't financially literate within this space. But once I start to tap into this information, and it wasn't actually until my friend Paige had her experience that I was like, Paige, like this has literally got you out of a tough spot. But how many people do we know that are in this position? It no longer is about you gaining that skill set. It's about sharing that with the next mom, with the next dad. And it's just like, you don't even realize. And I think sometimes until you know someone that has been directly impacted, it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same until it's somebody that you literally are praying right with them. Like, girl, don't worry. God will make a way for you. And a skill set that she started to invest in. And that's a skill set, like when you make those investments on a personal level, you don't realize it's an investment that you've taken on for your personal self. But once you gain on that, then it's about paying the love forward, right? It's about me sharing with Becky, me sharing with Danny Lee. This platform with Danny Lee here today has literally saved her family's future to a point that, like, she didn't lose her home, right? She's been able to literally put multiple four figures outside of her regular job. She didn't have to quit her job to multiply her income within this space, right? She's been able to double dip in the same 24-hour period. She's been able to carry on her job and add to it. You don't have to be full time here to add 4 or 5 figures to your income. This is something that you can do on the side, right? And it's just gaining that skill set. And we don't realize the value of it until we're in it. So I just want to be an encourager that it's one thing to know that we have this, but be a customer in it, right? Literally gain that skill set for yourself, because you don't know the value until it becomes personal, or until you help literally save another family's financial future. Then it's like, oh my gosh, if I hadn't exposed myself, this woman that I was praying for that needed like multiple like fast income, and how many people do we know that need that money right now, right? And I'm not saying it's a get rich overnight, but I'm saying you don't know the storms that are coming in your life or in other people's lives until they hit. But why do we wait for the storms in life to hit? Why aren't we ahead of that? Why do we have to wait until things like that happen? We need to take ownership and have a responsibility to get in and gain that knowledge now, but also to share it. Don't just be a customer. Don't just collect your money and stack it up, stack it up, stack it up. It's like, how many people am I going to expose? How many billions of people am I going to impact by just being the one that exposed them? Right? And so that's why I'm super, super passionate about getting the information out. It's planting the seeds. We are in the business of planting seeds, and we don't even realize what we will reap. And that's why it's so important. Like, I love that Mr. Bryce Thompson said, the back office hasn't caught up, and that's why I'm so grateful for the love and leadership. Mr. Bass Grant, before he even knew who I was, he saw a diamond. He was like, this girl is a world changer. How many people are you literally reaching out to and not accepting no? Having a real conversation with intention, and then saying, listen, you've got to hear so-and-so's experience with this. You've got to exposing them to the results, and the results is what's going to carry out that residual effect. That's what's going to carry out the residual income that keeps coming in by just continuing to have that exposure. So let me just see, Mr. Richard Hall. We're way ahead of schedule. Actually, I think I'm going to bring up some testimonies. I'm going to have Danny Lee come up and share her story, because it's the product. Her husband actually passed away. And so I didn't know her before this space. I had no idea who Danny Lee was, but and that's why I like, if you're on Instagram, follow me, be the light God's girl. All I do is continue to be a light and be God's girl. That's it. I'm just constantly sharing, because I don't know who I'm reaching. It doesn't matter. All I know is that I am reaching out every single day, because I know that God's going to be in the background. You don't need to know how you're going to get there. You just need to get there. You just need to be the catalyst that is going to expose somebody. I didn't know Mr. Bryce Thompson was on the end of the phone when David called me up. David just calls me up and I get on the phone regardless of what I'm doing. I'm never too busy to share what we have here. So I just want to be an encourager that you become selfless in your pursuit to impact 1 billion. This is way beyond what you could imagine. This is not for personal gain. This is for literally world change, right? So Danny, if you can come up and share the depths of your experience and how this has shaped and changed your future, not just for you, but your kids. All right, come on up.
Hi. Well, I'm kind of shocked here for a second. Between the product helping me out physically and mentally and health wise. It's also helped me financially. Um, it's like, it hasn't gotten me out of the hole, but it's definitely helped me with my kids, and I saved my house from it, and I've helped other people. I've helped so many around me, and yeah, it's been a good experience, and I'm hoping that I can help other people and hope everybody can learn from my experience as well. So it's not just about money, but it's helped me. So, thank you.
About like where you were.
So when I first started, it was 2 years ago, and I was with another product, and it was okay. And then Dawn, my girlfriend, introduced me to it. And it's in the last 2 years, it has helped me with my rheumatoid arthritis. It's helped me with my depression. It's helped me with my IBS, my migraines, menopause. Like, I feel fantastic. So I don't think I'll ever go off this. I'll find every way possible to keep this going and to share it. So my kids are even on it, and my granddaughter is on it. She's 10, and it's wicked.
Like the Alive juice you have them on, or?
Mhm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. She takes once a day. Yeah. I freeze it for her actually in little ice cubes. Yeah. Yeah. My niece is on it. She does, that's who got me into freezing the juice into little ice cubes, and you put them in the juice or in the water, and that's how they get it. Yeah. Yeah. And the dreaming and the calm. Yeah. Fantastic. ADHD. My daughter is ADHD, and she takes it, and she's been absolutely great. So, mhm. Yeah. So just encourage, share that stuff.
Thank you so much, Danny. I'm ready to talk. If you guys can make Richard Hall a co-host. So Mr. Richard Hall, Pops, I like to call him King Richard because I believe he is a king in the kingdom. He literally is a world changer. If you want to change the world, start with changing somebody's life. And there have been millions of people. He doesn't even know the magnitude of how many lives he's impacted. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you have no idea how special you are. So, Mr. King Richard, if you are there, if you can go ahead, we're going to bring you up as a co-host, I think. Share with us the platform that we have, and take as long as you need to really just, whatever you have on your heart today, to share from a personal perspective, because I know like how this actually found you, but also if you can help us gain a little bit more of a skill set within this space, so we understand the magnitude of what we have as well.
What's up,
There
Sarah?
it is.
How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm super lit.
You know, I am so pumped and I'm honored to be on this call right now. You know, the work never stops. I don't even look at this, we call it an opportunity, but the reality of it is we are a solution. We are a solution. This is not an opportunity. Let me be very, very clear that we are what we call solution specialists. And if you're claiming that today, I see all the numbers on the call. Do me a favor and type some fires in the chat. If you're making a decision today to say that we are what we call solution consultants, right? Because at the end of the day, when you have individuals like Sarah, when you have individuals like Mr. Bryce Thompson, Mr. Bass Grant, you have all of these, stories of success and duplication happening. I want you to really understand what's in front of you. Because sometimes, in spaces like this, we can have our real thick glasses on, right? And we can't really see what's in front of us because our vision isn't farsighted. We're so nearsighted with circumstances. We're so nearsighted with things that we go through instead of looking at it from a perspective of what we grow through. You know, and I just get so pumped, and I get, as Sarah would say, super jacked because I've literally prayed for moments like this, family. I prayed for this. And if you can relate, throw a $sign in the chat for me, because we're solution consultants. We have a solution to a situation. Because see, I don't even know what a problem is. You know, people say the word problem, and there's no solution for a problem. So we have situations that are happening globally, right? And we are the solution for the situation. And what is the situation that we're talking about? We're talking about really just increasing the mindset to where we believe again that we can operate from a spirit of abundance, that we can be healthy again, that we can be wealthy, that the dream really is possible. The impossible is really possible, right? And I talk like this because just, maybe 4 years ago when I started my journey, as I guess you want to call me a trader or an educator or whatever, I like to call myself just a master student. When I started my journey, I was nothing but a skeptic. When my daughter was 17 years old and she talked to me about trading, I said, I don't know if you're going to make money that way. Because I personally was unconsciously incompetent about, do I need a lot of money to invest? Am I smart enough to invest? Um, I was a little scared, if that makes sense. And humbly speaking, I'm so grateful and thankful that all I've done in order to get massive success, best student that I could possibly be. And following educational ideas, listening to people that had results that I personally desired. When I found out that I had a mass on my kidney, Sarah, about 2.5 months after I started my journey, and the mass on my kidney, it's the size of a golf ball. And I don't know about you guys, but if you ever lost any parents, or if you've experienced that fear, which again, fear is just nothing but false evidence appearing real. When you experience that fear, and that's where my mindset was then, I was terrified about, what am I going to do? How am I going to make it? How am I going to be the provider, protector, and maintainer that I'm supposed to be for my wife and my kids? And then I started thinking like the worst case scenarios, right? If my wife and I had an auto detailing business where we utilized our physical ability in order to do what we needed to do for our family, what if the worst case scenario happened? Am I supposed to just depend on my wife? Not saying that she would, but man, I had to depend on my wife going back out there with one of our vans to go clean rims and tires to make sure that our family is good. And see, oftentimes we don't think case scenarios. We only think, this is happening, but that was where my frequency was then. And I always like to say that God got jokes sometimes, because that was the one thing that I needed in order to get me out of my own way, in order for me to be teachable, in order for me to be coachable, in order for me to remove my ego, to actually listen to, a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, or even when Bryce was 24 years old, to even open up my mind to be receptive to the information, and I made a decision. And I ask all of you guys on this call, if you are a visionary, if you are a customer, if you've made the decision that, I'm going to learn the skills. I'm going to learn the skills to pay the bills. Begin with the end in mind and imagine what your future self is going to look like. Start operating in that frequency of saying, you know what? I'm not going to enter this one trade as if it's the lottery. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. Because one thing that I love about NvisionU, number one, we're good. I mean, our system is good. When you have people like Gold-Minded, Kai, people like Ness Velasquez, educators that are really, really taking their time out of their day to educate everyone in order for them to elevate, See, that's a different type of energy, you know? But then when I talk about the vetting process that we all go through, it's not just, oh, you have a good week or you have a good day in trading or, you're okay at teaching financial literacy. No, Dr. David Emanete and Yvonne Tapia, they really sought out to find individuals that were good at consistently delivering something over and over and over. So I want you to put a thank you, David, and a thank you, Yvonne, because everything that we do within NvisionU is just good. It's just good. It's not about what we do, it's about how we're doing it. You see, there's many others out there that try to duplicate what we do. And that's why I love working with David, because David understands what it means to be in the field. Yvonne also understands what it means to be in the field. Bryce Thompson understands what it means to be in the field. And when I had a conversation, with Bryce, he said, I just want us to focus on delivering a good customer experience. And this is a very, very wise young man at only 28 years old to say something like that. Because simple is awesome, right? And then when you look at David, when he says, envision you, right? We want things to be so good to where your friends will envision you, will envy you, right? And they'll want to be a part of the solution because they see the change within you. And so when David talks about impacting 1 billion lives, I take that to heart. I'm going to bring my A game every single time, because they always demand the best at a very, very high level. And so I say, thank you, God, for opening doors like this for us to be able to create really, really good customer experiences. Each one teach one. Now, does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Humbly? I just want to make sure I know who I'm talking to. Now, what's so profound about what we do and so amazing about the system, when I'm talking about education now, we've simplified everything. We simplified it to a point to where all you have to do, literally, is give yourself some time in order to create your own time. I think about a new family member by the name of Makata Martin. See, Makata, and I want to share something with you. Makata, she came into this space kind of like a skeptic, you know? She was very skeptical about this solution because she's a part of the medium young crew like myself. I'm not old, I'm not young, but I'm medium young, And what was so interesting is her friend her friend Nico says, you got to do this. There was no question about it. You just got to do this, right? And when her friend said that to her, she said, okay. And I immediately talked to her and I said, I need you to enroll as a visionary as well, And she says, well, no, I'm not interested in none of that stuff. I'm only here because, my friend told me to get started in this space, right? And I said, okay, well, we're going to talk in a few days. Now, if you've been in that situation before, let me know. Have you ever been in that situation before where somebody said, no, I'm not here for that, but we'll see what happens. Have you guys ever dealt with anything like that before? I know I have. I know I'm not talking to myself, right? And so it was my goal and Nico's goal, just to say, okay, well, let's create a good customer experience. That's it. And humbly speaking, and this is no income claims or anything like that, but if you don't mind, I want to show you the power of what it really looks like and what it can look like for you. Is that okay with you guys? Is that okay? Do I have your permission? Throw some dollar signs in the chat if that's okay. Because I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm only here to tell you exactly how you can create the change yourself as well, okay? With what we're doing through education. on a daily basis. Okay? You just have to give it time in order to create your own time. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen if I can. Let me see. I'm gonna share this screen. Let's see here. I'm gonna start this broadcast and let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Humbly, I hope you guys can. I hope you guys can. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, watch this. What's so amazing to me, I love duplication. I'm big on duplication. And see, the system, gives us duplicatable moments, right? Now, watch this. I'm going to play the sound in a moment, but I want you guys to pay attention to this right here. And this is no income claims, but the balance in her account says $3,942. Okay? That's what the balance says. And then I want to also show you this. In the last 24 hours, right here where it says last 24 hours, okay, it says $1,931.21 or 20 cents. Put some dollar signs in the chat if you guys can see that. 1931. 1931 and also $3,942. Now, Ma could have got started. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let her tell you. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. Started this account with 300. Let me know. Hold on. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Yeah, go ahead and show that. Let me see that. Go ahead. See, you've been locked in. Yeah, go ahead. What you talking about? Show me that. Last 24 hours, $1,931. I started this account with $300. Oh my God. This is in the last 24 hours. Because I was on a plane yesterday. I did, make a little bit yesterday, but this was in the last 24 hours. Sheesh. Yeah. And how long you been in this space now? It's been like 11 days. Oh my God. And you started this with $300. $300. Sheesh. Oh my God. And you're following the system, right? I'm following the system. Oh my God. This is crazy.
Now,
Yeah, go ahead and show that.
what's so amazing to me in that moment, right? What's so amazing to me in that moment, and do me a favor, if that resonated with you, if you guys can relate to, having an experience like that, do me a favor and type some dollar signs in the chats. Let me know. Let me know if that resonated with you. Let me know. I'm asking for a friend. You know, and see, the most powerful thing about this solution, right, is it's really for you. It's an incredible experience. Now, all we had to do was focus on creating a good customer experience. Now, do you think I have to go tell her to tell somebody about that? Do you think I got to tell her about, go tell someone about your experience? I'm asking you to be honest. I probably don't, right? I don't. In her first couple of weeks, she went perfect 10. She went perfect 10. You think I had to go tell her, go do this and go? No, I didn't have to. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing here within NvisionU is literally just creating good customer experiences, because everything that we envision, everything that we're going for is literally just for average people like yourself and myself. There's no difference between, me and you on this call. The only real difference is God got me out of my own way. And I gave something time in order to create time. I don't even like to talk about like what my personal accounts look like, because it doesn't matter. See, what really matters is you judge a tree by the fruit it bears. Everything that I've seen David do, he's done at a very high level. Everything that I've witnessed Yvonne do, they've done at a very high level. Everything that I've seen, Mr. Bryce Thompson do, done it at a high level. And see, I ask you guys, are you really willing to do something at a very, very high level? Are you? I'm just asking. I'm asking. Because sometimes in order to get to that higher high, and we're talking about structure and we're talking about the market here, every single time that we talk about going to that higher high, you're going to have those moments where, guess what? The market pulls back sometimes, right? It happens. That's why we have support. That's why we have a clear vision. That's why we have good education, right? So that when we catch that impulse, now I'm talking that trade talk right now. When we catch that impulse to the upside, everyone that's with us at support is coming along with us. Every single one. The real question is, though, are you ready? Are you even in position to take advantage of all of these moments and opportunities within the solution to maximize everything that you need to maximize? That's the real question, family. Are you ready for it? Have you locked in yet? And see, I talk skill set and build set. Don't get it twisted. I skill set and build set. Because if we're going to impact 1 billion lives, we have to wake up with purpose, on purpose, for a purpose. And that purpose is literally to create massive change globally. Global change. And I don't know about you, but I really believe when David said that this is the year of fulfillment. Last year was the year of expansion. That happened. That's happening right now. And on top of that expansion, with this being the year of fulfillment, with everything that we're offering within this solution, ask yourself, are you maximizing everything? Now, I personally would like to get into a little bit of charts. I mean, I personally would, if that's okay with you, Sarah. I got to a destination where I can get into it just a little bit if you want. I'm not sure what the family really, really wants now. If you give me just like if you give me like 1 minute, I'll bring my laptop on and we can get straight to it if you want. If you want, okay, because we don't gatekeep here within NvisionU. We don't do that at all whatsoever. And you can't let somebody like me, just go. Okay, all right, I'll go. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I bring, because we were early on this call, I was literally supposed to start right now, but it's all good. See how God works? You see how God works? God still works it all out, you know? So I'm going to bring this laptop on as well, and we're going to get straight to it as well, and we're going to make sure that we're good, if that's okay with y'all. Okay, so give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Oh, I'm super pumped for this. I am super pumped. You're going to see my other. There we go. There we go. All right. Recording in progress. Oh, yeah. I'm hyped. Okay, I'm muted, but can you see me? Perfect. Let me go ahead and leave this one. All right, perfect. Can you guys see me and hear me? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you guys so much. I was right in the middle. I love being in the environment with our family. I flew out here to Dallas just because I'm a big believer in being like in the community with our family. We have some good movement happening, and the young lady, Makata, she went on a trip, to Dubai just last week, right? And she paid for that trip literally from the skill set. She's only been in this space, family. She's only been in this space, family, for just a few months. The video that I showed you just a moment ago was from, not even was what, October 29th, the end of October. We're now in January, February now. And she went on a trip to Dubai. Let that like just sit in your spirit for a minute, you know, and humbly speaking, I love the fact that she was able to go on a trip like that because all she is now is a walking testimony. That's all she is. She's a walking testimony. And I love the fact that she's a walking testimony because she's going to be another example of, you know, just reaching higher highs in this solution. And, you know, personally speaking, I love the fact that, you know, she just goes, you know, she literally just goes. And one of the most profound moments that she shared with me was the simple fact that she was able to not only, you know, build a business where she's able to literally cover half of her mortgage, family. See, that's why that good customer experience is so important to you guys and so important to us. Now, how many of you guys have seen this sexy, sexy dashboard right here? I mean, right here. How many of you guys have seen the NVU Live? Have you guys seen NVU Live yet? Let me know. Have you guys been locked into NVU Live yet? Have you? You know, because in NVU Live, you know, you see it has the top 5 educators displayed right here, right? And there's this ugly guy over here on the left corner. This guy over here, this ugly guy right here. You know, if you click on this image right here, I want you to understand if this is literally your very first time trading, all right, you can click right here on this ugly guy's image right here. Okay. His name is Richard Hall. You can click on it. And I like to make things very, very simple. You know, I like to make things very, very simple. And even when you look at this, right here, you click on favorite sessions. Okay. On favorite sessions, where I highly suggest brand new family being brand new to trading. Okay. I want you to do something very, very specific. Okay. Because trading can be considered very, very complex, even though it's simple. Okay. I want you to start off with this video right here. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Write that down. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Because when you understand, when you understand that it really is easy, even though a lot of people try to say, oh, it's super complex, you know, no, it's not. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. I want you to be able to get your eyes first and foremost. If I can get your eyes to see the market, then guess what? You're going to start understanding the market. Put a $sign in the chat if that makes sense to you. Put a $sign in the chat if that makes sense to you. Then after you watch It's Easy as 1, 2, 3, I want you to dive into the market bully strategy. Start here. Okay. And you can go into, of course, top-down analysis, entry points. That's important as well. But because we're here to make money, right? We're not here for fun or as a hobby or anything like that. We're here to make money. So I want you to understand how to maximize your profit. So watch Profit Max, because it's very important to know how to leverage your accounts. Are you guys with me? I just want to make sure. Okay. Now, if I was to go into the market, and I'm going to go into the market's closed already. Okay. Now, what I like to show people within this, and this is so funny, mind you, I just walked up to my laptop. So I didn't create this. You know, you guys have been seeing my screen the whole entire time. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Now, what ends up happening as you start to see the market, you're able to predict the market pretty confidently. You're able to kind of predict the market pretty confidently. And I know right now it looks like a scary EKG machine, right? It looked like one to me too. It did. It was like, oh my God, what move am I going to make in this market? This is when do I buy? When do I sell? It's super scary, right? Right? It's scary. But imagine this just for 1 second, just for 1 second. What if you were locked in? I got you, Samantha. I got you, Samantha. Imagine this for a second. Even though all of this looks scary, the beautiful thing about the education is look at us as a navigation system. All we want you to do is enter the address to prosperity. And when you're locked in with the education, guess what we're going to do? We're going to tell you which way to turn right. We're going to tell you which way to turn left. You know, now, granted, if you start making your own turns, you know, we can't control that. Okay. We can't control what you do when we're not with you. Okay. But here's the thing. If you're locked into the education, okay, we're going to tell you which way to go. We're going to guide you. So look at us as your navigation system. Is that fair? Is that okay? Now, in doing that, I want you to notice something very simple. You see this white line where it says price is going to here, then it's going to probably go to here, and then it's probably going to do this. That didn't happen by chance, okay? That happened through education. Now, you guys tell me, did price go to here? Just say yes or no. And these little candles right here is price, where it's green and red. Did price go to here? Yes or no? It did. And did price reject and sell down to here? Yep, it did. Right? It sure did. Now, do you think the possibility of it maybe following that pattern, since it already followed this pattern, you know, it might do the same thing possibly? Maybe so. But our goal is to predict the market. Now, granted, are we 100% accurate all the time? No, you show me a perfect trader and I'll show you a liar. Okay. But the goal is to get it right majority of the time. You want to be able to confidently see the market. So now let me start removing some things, if that's okay with you. I want to start removing things. And while I'm removing this stuff, I just want to make it real simple for you. Okay. I want to make it real simple for you, if that's okay, because I just want your eyes. Is that okay? Can I have your eyes? Is that fair? I know a lot of you guys probably have beautiful eyes. Okay. I don't physically want them, but I just want you to be able to see the market. Okay. Now, something simple that I like to teach is, you know, of course, how to get confirmations, how to understand if price does this, you make the decision to say, I do that. Okay. If price does this, I do that. Now, if you notice right up here within TradingView, there's different time frames. A 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 7 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, right now, with me, you know, pressing on 1 hour, each candle, and this is what we call a candle, each candle is representing 1 hour of time throughout the day. Okay. So if we were looking at this candle here, this candle here, and this candle here, that's representing 3 hours of time. Now, with that being said, for 3 hours of time, the market sold down. Does everyone understand that? For 3 hours, the market was selling. Now, when we talk about selling or buying in the market, when we're talking about this $1.94 quadrillion market, some people will say, oh, it's only 7 trillion. The update is it's $1.94 quadrillion market, okay? As far as daily liquidity in the market. Okay, the stock market per day is a $22 billion market per day. So we're talking about the largest market in the world. Okay, that's what we're talking about right now. It's a $1.94 quadrillion market. So our goal is not to buy and hold the physical asset. Okay. We're predicting which way the market will go. Does everyone understand that part? That we're predicting which way the market will go. And so I don't want you to look at this as you're trying to master the market. I want you to become a master at predicting which way it's going to go. And how do you do that? Through strategy. Okay. Some people will say, oh, I'm a naked chart trader and I'm this and that. I don't care. I don't care about any of that egotistical stuff. Okay. I trade with clothes on. If professionals on Wall Street, can utilize strategy to maximize profit in the market, what do you think I want to do? What do you think I want to do? I want to do the same thing that the professionals do. Why? Because I'm beginning with the end in mind. I'm a professional. I want to utilize strategy. And that's the mindset that I want you to adopt. Does that make sense, family? Let me know if that makes sense. I want you to really adopt that energy, okay? So think about it that you're predicting which way the market's going to go. It's like if I showed you this right here, where this one candle is representing an hour of time, and then there was a slight pullback. But if you see that price is selling down, and the hours, 1 hour sell, 2 hour sell, 3 hour sell, if you can see 3 hours of selling, what do you think the probability of it continuing to sell is? Do you think it's high or do you think it's low? It's going to be high, right? Exactly, Tati. It's going to be high. So when we say that the trend is your friend, get in where you can get in. Now, think about that. For 3 hours, price was selling, which means that we want to sell, right, at a high point in the market. And we want to buy in a low point within the market. Does everyone understand that? We sell when price is high, okay? We sell when price is high, and we do what when price is low? When price is low, what do? Somebody type it in chat, let me know. I want to see where all my market bullies are. I want to see where all my market bullies are. There we go. There we go. I'm big on participation. Now, look, if your frequency is low, then I'll just go. And I'll just see you class. I'll just see you in class. Okay. Now, but I want your energy to be high so that your bank accounts are getting high. That's big for me. It's big to make sure that you guys are doing your thing. So think about this. There's a gap in the market, which we pointed out. And why is there a gap? That means that there was a huge sell down at market open, right? This was another session that happened. But we buy when price is low, we sell when price is high. Now, do you want me to simplify it a little bit more? Want me to simplify it a little bit more? Want me to simplify it a little bit more, if that's okay? And I'm cool with simplifying it a little bit more. Okay, Kathy, I'm going to simplify it just a little bit more, okay? There's this tool that I call the Lauren Hill, okay? Rodney, it's the Lauren Hill, man. It's the Lauren Hill. I'm going to simplify it really, really simple for you guys. You ready? Now watch this. This is why I want you to watch the session. Now remember, we buy when price is low and we sell when price is high. But what if I told you that we have certain tools that are available when you understand this strategy, right? When you understand this strategy, if the body of this candle, and I'm going to go in just a little bit. Can you guys confirm for me? I'm asking for a friend. Is the body of this candle below this red line? Yes or no? And when I say the body, I'm talking about like right here. The body of this candle is below, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. Is the line red? Yes or no? Okay, it's red. Perfect. This is what I like to call a kernel. We'll call it a popcorn kernel, right?
because that's when the market is getting ready to pop off for you guys. This little thing right here is called a kernel. Now, if you have at least 3 of these confirmations based on this specific strategy, the body of the candle closing below, the line being red, and you have a kernel, somebody type in the chat what you believe that you're supposed to start doing. Do you believe that you're supposed to start buying or selling in the market? Sell. That's crazy, right? Trading shouldn't be this simple. It shouldn't be this simple. But you guys tell me, would it be worth it to get into a position, let's say you got into a position right here. Would it be worth it to you to catch, let's say, 500 points in a few hours? Now, I didn't say pips, I said points. So that's like 5,000 pips. Okay, pips are percentage in points. Okay. But see, this is what I want you to understand about what you see in the market. This is 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. For 6 hours, let's say if you were just right here, for 6 hours, that's 400 points, 4,000 pips. If you have a smallest lot size on NAS 100 of 0.01, that's equal to how much money? Can someone tell me how much is that equal to? I want to see where my market bullies are. Let me know. Let me know. If you don't know, it's okay. I'll give you the answer if you don't know. But if it's 400 points and you have a 0.01 lot size, that's $400. Would it be worth it? Thank you, Tati. Would it be worth it to you? Would it be worth it to you to be able to say, hey, 400 points, right? To make $400. And there's no promise of income. There's no income claims here, but I'm just showing you the possibility. Would it be worth it to you to learn the skill set? Now, all we did was we gathered confirmations. That's all we did was gather confirmations. That's all we did. So if we gathered confirmations, Sarah, isn't this the way to go, you guys? This is crazy, right? So that's why I'm telling you guys, this is just one way of looking at the market. I need you to understand what we're doing here with the skill set. This is why we go so crazy with the build set. You see, I just showed you really quick. I told you I just want your eyes. That's all I want is your eyes. Do I have permission to go deeper down the rabbit hole? Do I have permission to go deeper down the rabbit hole? Do I have permission? Okay, all right. You guys got me here, so I'm gonna go deeper down the rabbit hole if it's okay. And I wanted you to know, like, we do not play when it comes to education. We don't play when it comes to these skills, to pay these bills. Okay? So right there, you're already identifying what you need to do. The trend is your friend. Now, let's just say I made a decision just to box this out. Let's say I just woke up and I wanted to just box this out. Because on the 1 hour time frame, right? On the 1 hour time frame, I'm able to see what's happening, right? On the 1 hour time frame, I was able to see what's happening, okay? Now, I'm just shading this area. Now, if you've been on my class, if you're looking for the trend on a larger time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, you're going to find your entry point on the 5-minute time frame. So now let's go back and let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Now, on the 5-minute time frame, the market is going to show you something different. Okay? Watch. Watch what it shows you. Watch what it shows you. So right through here, let me see. Perfect. So right through here, in this area, right through here, as a matter of fact, let me make sure, let me double check my time. We have all of this time through here for hours, January 8th, right? 7 a.m., okay, is when we see all of this selling happening, okay? This is just an example to show you what's possible. So watch. If I go down to the 5-minute time frame and I go to that same time, okay, right through here, hold on, 7 a.m., let me make sure I go back enough to that day. Hold on. Hold on, why isn't my mouse moving? Here we go. Let me go back. There it is. There it is. Okay, so watch this. Watch this. What if I told you, now we're looking at this area here. You already identified this area of the market. Is the body of the candle closing below? Matter of fact, is the body of the candle closing below right here? This is the area we looked at on the 1-hour time frame. But there's indecision in the market. You don't know what higher highs and higher lows are yet. You just only know something very simple. On the 1-hour time frame, you saw that the body of the candle was closing below, right? That's all you know as a brand new trader. That's the area where the kernel was on the 1-hour time frame. So let me ask you, is the line red? Yes or no? Perfect. Now remember, each candle is representing 5 minutes of time as well. So what if you were to get into the market, the body of the candle closed here, right? Would it be worth it to you to maybe grab a position right here and then see this red line and just say, you know what, I'm only going to go to about right here or maybe to about where this line is, and I'm going to get into the market. Let's say you did one of these moves right here. And you said, I just want to go to the top of this red line because you know what, just in case price goes back up, I want to limit my risk in the market. So what if you just said real simply, could you identify that position right here? Or what if you missed it? Could you take another trade right here confidently to maybe get, you know, let's say 230 points? Would that be worth it to you? Yes or no? That would be, right? Absolutely, it would be. And then guess what? You can identify your different target areas, right? If you had an entry of 472 and you're only risking 34 points, which is equivalent to like, let's say $34, would it be worth it to you with the smallest lot size of 0.01 with regular NOS to risk $34 to gain a profit of 230, a core package in a day? Matter of fact, in a matter of minutes. Would it be worth it to get a core pack with only risking $34? So when people tell me, oh, it costs too much, no, it costs too much for you not to do this. Do you understand? It costs too much for you not to learn how to do this, how to not control your accounts. It costs way too much to not educate in order to elevate. You can't afford not to learn the skills to pay the bills, family. And that's just a simple way of seeing something. Okay, that's a sell. Let's go down the rabbit hole of a buy. Can we go down that rabbit hole? Because see, NOS 100 specifically has been buying. It's been a buying market. And I'm a believer that, at any time is the right time to do what you feel you need to do in the market. I'm a believer in that. So even though this was part of the move, what if you guys decided to get this whole entire move on the 1 hour time frame? We just talked about this little movement right here, and that was already a core package. That was a core pack, and it was only 2 hours. Are you willing to give this some time to create your own time, family? Throw a $sign in the chat. If you can give yourself a little bit of time to make a core pack. I'm just saying. In a matter of a couple hours. Our jobs don't even pay us that, right? This is why we call it the skills to pay the bills. Now let's go a little further down the rabbit hole, because let's find a buy. Okay. The body of the candle closed above the line, right? Huge impulse. Oh my God, the fear of missing out. We don't play that game here. We don't operate with FOMO. The body of the candle closed above. I have, what do I call this, you guys? What is this called? What is that little green thing called? Can someone refresh my memory? What is this called right here? What is that called? Type it in the chat. Perfect, Tati. Perfect. Tati must be a market bully. Has to be a market bully. But right there, you have the green kernel. You have the body of the candle closing above. And what color is this line right here? Is it green or is it red? Green, right? So what do you think I need to look for in the market? If I have a clear body of close above, and I also have a kernel, and I have the line being green, what do I need to look for in the market? Am I going to be selling in the market, or am I going to be buying in the market? You guys tell me. There you go. I like Tati's energy. Okay, Chris, I see you. Perfect. Perfect. So if I'm buying in the market, and I just got 3 confirmations, the body of the candle closed above, the line is green, and I have the green popcorn kernel, right? Because the market's getting ready to pop off and show us what she's about, right? Now, I just wait for price to come back as close as possible to this green line. Now, remember, we're looking at the 1 hour time frame to identify what's happening in the market. So what time frame am I looking for my entry? I want to see who's paying attention. What time frame am I looking for my entry? I already identified what's happening on the 1 hour. There we go. Okay, Joy. Okay, Tati. I like how this is happening. I like how this is moving. Okay. So now if I'm here and I identify what was happening on the 1 hour time frame, and if you think this is sauce right now, do me a favor and just throw some $signs in the chats and let me know you're locked in with me. Let me know that you're locked in. Let me know that you are locked in. If you're getting sauced up right now, let me know that you are locked in. Because I like to make sure that you guys are getting value for sure. At all times. At all times, my goal is to make sure that you are understanding these skills in order to do what? Pay the bills, right? Let me make sure I go back to the right date. So we saw what happened Wednesday. We see what's happening, Friday. Now, here's the crazy thing. Let's say we didn't exactly know which way to go because there was red and green and red and green and green. But couldn't we identify that price was going up? Could we identify that price is going up? Yeah, we saw that already, right? Let's simplify it though. This was the mark right here on the hour. Without you knowing higher highs and higher lows and all that other technical stuff, right? That could be confusing at times. You guys tell me, did the body of the candle close above? Yes or no? We already identified the 1 hour. Yeah. Okay. Is the line green? Yes or no? Yep. So now, if we just have to find an entry that's close to this green line, what if we were able to do this in the market? Let's say we did this in the market. And let's say we only wanted to risk 35 points. Instead of 34, we only want to risk 35. And on top of that, this is the funny thing. Let's just say, hypothetically, in this amount of time, we were able to, remember, this is 5-minute candles now. Each candle is representing 5 minutes. So right here, how much would you have made if you just went, let's say, all the way to the top of this green area here? And I'll zoom in, I'll come out just a little bit. Let's say this area right here. You started seeing the red around this candle here. So you decided to close the trade out. All this was green. You risked $34, $35. How much profit would you have made if you just went until it was just always green? Somebody type in the chat with a 0.01 lot size, which is the smallest lot size. What would your profit look like? I want to know who's locked in. With a 0.01 lot size, that would be $173, roughly, right here. Okay? Because there you go, Joy. Perfect. Because that's 173 points, right? So if that's 173 points, would it be worth it to risk $34, $35 to gain a profit of $173? Or better yet, let's say that was your first 173, but you know that, hey, the body of the candle is still closing above. You closed this trade out. You didn't want to lose money here. So you closed the trade out and you said, I want to get in again where I can fit in. And you said, you know what? I'm going to cover my risk just to where this entry is, but maybe I don't want to do that. I just want to cover maybe right there. The body of the candle closed right here. And I'm talking about this candle. That's the confirmation. The body of the candle closed above, right? So you wanted to get a target entry here. Now you're only risking, let's say, $35. But you say to yourself, hey, I'm going to get in where I can fit in to win again. Price is not coming back yet to the line. But right through here, could you have taken another position to get another $170? Would that be worth it to you? I'm just asking for a friend. So you had one entry here that you closed out, locked in your profit. Price did the same thing on the smaller time frame, and you lock in profit for another $173, $170. You know, maybe that's enough. Is that enough? Is that enough? Because this is just the buys. You know, you started seeing the red come in. So you said, let me close that thing out just in case, right? Just in case. You're done for the day. You're done. Or, I mean, you know, hey, if you want to move your stop loss into profit, no problem. You can hold the trade out if you're a position trader, or, you know, you're saying to yourself, since NAS 100 has been doing nothing but buying, instead of me getting nervous about the move, let me just maximize the move. Would it be worth it to you to be able to see all of the opportunity from the jump, and then you just get out when you see it's really red, and you just move your stop loss into profit to make 574 points? Would 36 points, would that be a valid risk to make a little over almost $600 from your phone? And we're only talking the smallest lot size, family. We're not talking about a get rich quick scheme here. We're talking about skills that pay the bills. That's what we're talking about. And if you think this is sauce, you need to be in my class, because this is just real simply, in 45 minutes, matter of fact, 30 minutes, because it took literally about 10, 15 minutes to get to the destination. So I ask you humbly, are you really willing to give something time in order to create your own time? You see, and that's what we've perfected within NvisionU. This is just one of the strategies. And this is just a little bit of the sauce, okay? Because when you guys lock in to NVU Live and you're on the channel, yes, I have a lot of fun on my class. I have a tremendous amount of fun because I'm obsessed with this. I love this. I love the fact that we have an opportunity to control our own money. You know, you can be the walking bank every day if you choose. It's your choice. You know, we all have choices. It's not that difficult. You know, some of you guys, for the first time, probably like got your mind blown right now because you've never even seen what this crazy EKG looks like. I didn't want to come on here and talk about higher highs and higher lows and all. I just wanted to show you something simple. I told you when I first started talking that I just wanted your eyes. That's all I want. If I can get your eyes, right, we can get you paid and you can educate to elevate, family. That's all I want. I want your eyes. I want you to be able to see it clearly. There's no gatekeeping here within NvisionU. There's pure education and pure results because guess what? We are a result-driven business. Whether you're doing it with a live product and the superfood and the coffee and the dreaming and the empowered, I want you to really understand this is not David and Yvonne and Bryce's first time creating massive success for others. They do this. They do this. And now we have an opportunity to really be a piece within the puzzle, right? The vision is clear. You just have to ask yourself right now, are you going to be in the movie? Are you going to watch the movie? Or are you going to be an extra? Or are you're going to operate at a low frequency and say, I'm going to see if they can prove it to me today that it works. Guess what? It works. Everybody around the world who's locked in is doing their thing, getting paid, getting results, feeling good, smelling good, dressing good, you know, taking flights all over the world because we're literally going to impact 1 billion lives, family, with the skill set and the build set and all of the wonderful products that we offer here. And guess what? We're just getting started. This is the year of fulfillment, like Dr. David Imonitie said. So ask yourself, are you committed to getting everything fulfilled? This is answered prayer, y'all. It's your time. And so I humbly, I appreciate everybody that's been locked in. I'm going to pass the call. You know, you can't give me time and expect me not to go over just like at least 1 minute. I had to go over just 1 minute because I do this because I love it. I love you. If nobody told you they love you today, I love you. I believe in you. If you're the only person in the room right now that is locked in right now, okay? If everybody is against you right now, don't worry. You know, you're a part of a community of visionaries. You're in a room full of people. You know, 3% of the world only know that we can, you know, capitalize on markets this way. You're a part of that 3%. Okay, so if we can get a small fraction of it and then tell a friend about it, why not? Okay, the vision is clear, family. If nobody told you they love you today, I love you. Sarah, I am so honored, you know, to be in your greatness, to even be on a flyer with you and Bass and, you know, and David and, you know, just everybody. You know, there's nothing special about me. I promise you. I'm just your neighborhood market bully. I'm obsessed with getting people paid, obsessed with the skills to pay the bills. And I'm going to have my notepad and pen because right now, Dr. David Imonitie is going to be coming up, but I'm going to pass the call back to Sarah right now. So I appreciate you guys so much and I love you. If all remains the same, I'll see you in class this upcoming week, okay? Let's get to work. We got a lot of work to do. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Hearts and fire in the chat for Mr. King Richard. Thank you so much. That was so valuable, you guys. If you found value, go ahead and write value in the chat. If you absolutely love the energy that King Richard has, like when I tell you he is a world changer, there is proof in the pudding. Like literally, you guys, that energy is frequency. And when you are connected to the best of the best in the entire world, he is a world and he's literally the best in the world. So thank you so much, Mr. King Richard. We are so forever grateful for you, your time, your love, your leadership, everything that you bring to NVU. NVU is so, so lucky to have you. So I'm just waiting. I'm hoping that Mr. David Imonete can get on today. I don't know if he's on the back line, but he is actually in Nigeria. And it is like 10:30 in Nigeria, but I did let him know that we are ready for him. So I'm just going to give him a few minutes. I'm going to chat while we wait for him to come on. If you guys are loving this Super Saturday, go ahead and drop some hearts and fire in the chat for this incredible Super Saturday. Now you understand after being on and involved in this presentation how much this platform truly has to offer and why it becomes a responsibility to share, right? You can't not share this. When you can earn $600 in a few minutes within our trading platform by gaining that skill set, you guys, there is no skill set more valuable than the one that we have right here. And it is literally, I shouldn't say it's free to everyone. Like you do have to subscribe to our app, but you guys, it's like it's priceless because once you gain this skill set, you can literally multiply your money every 24 hours, a quadruple. Like I had no idea the magnitude of the money that is literally circulating. The money's there for all of us. The money is literally on the table. It's just a matter of, are you going to get a piece of that pie every 24 hours? So thank you so much, Mr. King Richard. I'm going to see, I don't know if David is on right now or if he's available to be on. I hope that he can tune in from Nigeria because I'm telling you guys, Mr. David Imonete is the $1 million maker. He has changed and transformed so many lives, and mine being one of them. But the catalyst from my life being transformed, even you heard from Mr. Bryce Thompson. I mean, that three-way call, David just popping me on the phone to just reiterate the power of this platform. And that's why that call is so, so important. So we'll give David a few minutes to jump on. I hope that he can come on. I don't know if he's live. I might even call him and see. We'll call him live in Nigeria. Oh, it says you cannot place a WhatsApp call if you're already in another call. Oh, because I'm on Zoom. I'm on the Zoom. What happens if I pop off the Zoom? Nothing. I'm not the host. You're just co. Okay. Bear with us. Keeping it real. Oh, here we go. Let me just see if I can just end this. I don't want to shut it down for everybody else. Are you sure that I'm a co-host?
Yeah, you're the co-host. I'm the host.
Okay, how do I get out? I'm gonna leave mine. And I'm gonna call David and see where he's at. Hey, how are you? Are you tired? That's totally a-okay. We would just love to hear your voice. Everybody's super lit. Okay, thanks. Goodbye. So he is gonna pop on audio. We'll give him a few minutes. John, if you can make Mr. David a co-host.
He should pop up here because he'll be back.
Hmm?
He'll be back line probably. So
Yeah, no, he won't come on. You'll have to add him. Mm-hmm. We'll give him just a few minutes. Like I said, it is super late in Nigeria, and he has been literally serving so many people globally. I'm so grateful that he is totally going to come on and share with you guys because he has just brought so much value to this space. Like I said, the #1 in the world, like not even just here at NVU. Like, yes, he's the CBO, but he is literally #1 in the entire world. So you definitely want to grab your pen and paper so that you can really expose yourself to the value that he absolutely brings to this space. We're gonna give him a few minutes. Oh yes, so then he
Hey,
might be
Sarah.
Hey David, we are
Hey,
so
what's
super late, so super Jack. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're
awesome?
killing
Yeah,
it,
it's
man. We're spreading the word.
no doubt, no doubt. It is honored to be on, and I know it's super late here in Nigeria, and but can't say no to Sarah. So I said I got to jump on, but I can come on audio. So definitely excited to be on this call. Sarah, you are absolutely amazing. Um, we definitely appreciate. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can. You go
Yeah, we
ahead, Dad.
definitely appreciate your heart and your energy. Your heart, energy, and soul that you pour into the vision. When I think of people that are Envision You, you're definitely at the top of that list. And so I just want to say appreciate you and everything you do for the company and for everyone. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty of success. It's something that not only makes a difference in your life, but it makes a difference in the lives of other people. And that's what's happened for me and happened for so many other people that I've been very blessed to get a chance to work with, to see their lives being changed, but more importantly, watching that change make a difference in the lives of someone else. Um, Here in Nigeria, I was talking with during the event. I was talking. Actually, it wasn't today. It was yesterday. And I gave them the topic. I said it's perfect timing right now. Every year there is a there's this moment that serves as perfect timing in the business, where you could literally not be perfect the entire year, but if you are perfect for this 90-day period, it can really sustain a tremendous amount of growth and success in your business for the entire year. And I want you guys to understand what I just said. Like, if you understand the perfect timing of where you are right now, you can literally set up the rest of the year to be an amazing year of growth and success for you and your organization based on what you do right now. Now, Gary McSween is going to do the Vision Mastery call. And every time he does the call, he'll ask me, "Hey, Dave, what do you think I should train on?" And I don't necessarily always give him a title or a topic to train on because he knows the business. He knows it, like the back of his hand. And I said, "Man, I just need you to bring it tomorrow." You know what I mean? And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm definitely going to do that." He said, "I'm going to train on the 90-day blitz, February, March, April." Now, we didn't have a conversation, but if you talk to the leads and the champions and the sapphires and rubies and emeralds and diamonds here in Nigeria, they'll tell you that yesterday, that's exactly what I talked about. The perfect timing is February, March, April. Why? Because that is literally 90 to 120 days coming before the convention, before the Alive convention. If you're on this call with me right now and you haven't purchased your ticket for the Alive convention, I want you to forgive me for saying this, but you are absolutely unserious about your goals and your dreams. I want to apologize in advance for saying that to you. Um, and I want to apologize for absolutely nothing because it is the absolute truth. If you are on this call, if you're on this Super Saturday, the global expansion, and you're telling me and you're telling Sarah, and you're telling Dr. Samantha Phillips, and you're telling Lisa Nicole Cloud, and you're telling, Angela Cruikshank, and you're telling Kay Fisher, right? And you're telling Jill, right? And you're telling all these leaders that you really want to be successful, right? That you really want to win, right? And you're telling all these people this, and you're on this call, and you don't have your ticket to the convention. It is impossible for me to believe that you are serious about your goals and your dreams. It's impossible for me to believe that you're serious about becoming a diamond in this company. Whether you become a diamond in 2025 or whether you're one of the 100 diamonds that we're going to have by March 31st, 2026. That's the first thing I would do right now on this call if you don't have your ticket is to go and get my ticket. Because the perfect timing is the month of February, March, and April. And then what I do in the month of May leading up into the event, I make sure that all the momentum that I've created, all the exposures, all the presentations, all the things that I did during the perfect timing season, I now consolidate all of my efforts to get every single person to the Alive International Convention. This is how you become legendary in this industry. Because coming out of that event, you're going to have massive growth in the month of June, July, and August. That's what's going to happen. And then we're going to put on another major event in the month of September or October. As a matter of fact, we're going to announce that event at the Alive Convention of a Vision 50K event that's going to happen in the month of September or October. All right. So, and that's now going to carry you through the rest of the year. So, listen, if you've never listened to anything I've ever taught you, this is the time for you to go even harder. This is the time for you to go harder in your belief. This is the time for you to go even harder in your actions. This is the time for you to go harder on your personal self-development. This is the time to go even harder on developing your leadership skills. This is the time to do more presentations. This is the time to sample more people. This is the time to expose more people. This is the time to share with more people. This is the time to take your excitement to a whole nother level. This is the time to take your focus to a whole nother level. This is the time to take your enthusiasm to the whole nother level. This is perfect timing. February, March, April. You're going to start to see diamonds and diamond elites and double diamonds and triple diamonds and global diamonds start to break in this company. And when you start to see that, that's when your belief level will go up. But the people that go diamond, they will be the people that had faith. They didn't go off what they saw. They went off of what they were hearing every single day. And I hope you heard me today. All right. This is the time. This is your perfect time to go out there and make it. If you haven't done it over the last 6 months, over the last year, over the last 2 years, I don't care how long you've been in the business. If you do everything that you know to do and more in the month of February, March, April, you will not regret it. This will be your best year ever in the industry of network marketing. So, Sarah, thank you so much. I'll be flying back from Nigeria tomorrow. And so I'll be back in the United States of America tomorrow. Appreciate you having me on on the global expansion. What day is it? Is it Saturday? Super Saturday. And so I'll
Yeah.
turn it back over to you, Sarah.
Thank you so much, Mr. David. Hearts and fire in the chat for our CVO. His level of commitment to this entire movement, like as a CVO, I've never, ever experienced any leadership like it in this space. And I've been in this space for over a decade. And I knew at Hello that Mr. David led different. So that is his heart. Still up at 10:30, willing to like tap in with us here in Canada, literally globally, as we are global through this virtual Zoom as well. And I'm going to close out by talking about the power of events and how events changed my business, changed my life, and how rising through adversity is possible. And how, you know, literally, I remember last February having one of the biggest flux movements in my personal organization. Within 48 hours, we were able, based on a promo that had launched, bring in over 90 new enrollments. But it wasn't that 48 hours. It was what we planted as a network in the previous month, right? And so that's where you start to gain that momentum. Leading up to our biggest month, which was in May, which we had over 100 and I think it was 103,000 in CV within our organization, but that didn't happen in May. That was everything that we planted January, February, March. So that's why it's so important to really get in a zone where you are literally planting as many seeds through the beginnings of the month and then rolling them over into orders, building a bigger foundation. And that's why it's so important to always have your list of 40, always be going 40 wide, but you are, once you close out that 40 wide, you're building a brand new 40 wide, right? And then you start to build the levels deep. And that's why really just tapping into having a system that's duplicatable that everybody can win on. So I'm going to talk about the power of events. I didn't know, you know, how to grow this business when I first got started. I was a school bus driver. Literally living in the middle of nowhere, no experience, a population of 140 people, but I was able to grow my network based on social media and exposing people to an opportunity and products to literally transition into earning my biggest month, no income claims, just a matter of heart and hustle, over 42,000 in a 30-day period. I in my driving school bus, the most I ever made was $1,800 a month. Being able to expand into over 40,000 in a 30-day period, how did that happen? I gained a skill set. How did that happen? I showed up to the events. That first event, literally, I didn't have the money to go, but I made sure I got there. You are going to have to make sacrifices in order to reap like it's an investment. It is not a sacrifice. It is an investment in your future, in your family's future, but literally globally, right? Because had I not led the way in my personal life and exposed myself to the skill set, I wouldn't be able to impact the masses. So you have to be the one that positions themselves, gaining that skill so that you can impact 1 billion people. Does that make sense? Right? So you guys, I just can't express the power of events, showing up at this Super Saturday, showing up to the virtual Super Saturday, but how many people are you going to expose to the opportunity and then make it a priority to get them in front of these educational events, like how to literally expand your network's skill set? That's based on your leadership. What are you making a priority? How massive do you promote these events, right? That's you. If you want to win as an organization, you need to make that a priority for your personal self, but also expand it into your network. If you don't show up to the event, good luck getting a team there, right? You have to lead the way. So I just want to be an encourager to take the lead, because what I was able to, through my skill set, gaining that skill set from the best of the best leaders, the first event I went to, you know, I was able to go in as a 12K leader, which was 12,000 a month in sales. The next event, I 8 times my business, over 80,000 in a 30-day span. The next event, over 200,000. The next event, over 400,000. I was now recognized as the greatest of all time. I didn't just become, the greatest of all time. I had to gain a skill set, right? And that skill set is just like in our financial literacy, it's priceless, right? One decision that I made 10 years ago has been able to generate 1.4 million in this space. So how much are you willing to invest in your personal self to gain over the long term, to really impact millions and millions of people? That is you. That is your personal investment into your personal self. Because if you can't lead you, you can't lead the masses, right? If you can't lead yourself to that event, if you can't make those decisions, how are you going to lead other people, right? And I'm just going to put it to you this way. God is not going to bless you with a diamond organization if you can't separate yourself from the rest of the population and make yourself, I am it. I am the main event. That's positioning yourself to win, right? What are you willing to do to position yourself to personally win in life and then lead the masses and say, you know what? This is what I did. I gained a skill set for my personal family, for my personal legacy. And I've expanded because I've been able to bring other people to this legacy, right? Everybody here today, honestly, you're all strangers to me. It was a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that brought you to this space, right? And so that's why you are now it, right? It's literally passing the baton. I was on John C. Maxwell did one of our first mastery calls when I first came into this space, and it was one of the most powerful calls. I've got goosebumps just sharing. And it was like literally that relay, passing the baton. The better you are at passing the baton, the more people you are literally going to impact, right? And so it's up to you to be that next person, to pass the baton to the next. Hearts and Fire once again for Mr. David Imonete, Yvonne Tapia, Mr. Bryce Thompson, Mr. Richard Hall. All of these people decided. They made a decision. This is not about me. This is about you. They selflessly show up on a Saturday to serve you. How many people are you going to serve in the next 24 hours? How many people are you going to serve in the next 7 days? You have to put, and this is what I'm going to say, diamonds put personal pressure on themselves. You don't just become a diamond. You put personal pressure on yourself to hit goals, to hit deadlines. And the more pressure you put on yourself in a 24-hour period, the more people you're going to impact over the next 7 days. The more pressure you put on yourself in the next 7 days, the more pressure you're going to put on, or you're going to position yourself to help more people impact over the next 30. But it all starts in a 24-hour window. So I'm just going to be an encourager. Team to lead. Lead to champion. You can go champion in a day. How do I know? Because I did it. I put pressure on myself. I was like, this is happening. It shouldn't take you 12 months to go champion. And if it does, be patient with your process. But by all means, put some pressure on yourself. You'll never regret going next level, but you're going to regret if you never get next level. Why if the only thing that's holding you back from being a diamond in this company is you and your effort? That stings. 10, 20, 30, $40,000 a month. Are you going to literally sit before your kids and say, I'm not giving you the future you so deserve because I didn't show up the best I could every single day? Those are conversations that you should position yourself in, because the wealth of the world is here for us all. It's just a matter of, are we going to go get it? Or do we settle thinking, you know, it's pretty, I make good money. If you can have $1 million day within our trading platform or within this business, NvisionU is designed to pay out $1 million a month, 8 figures a year, not counting what you could multiply that within our trading platform. How many people are settling for the JOB? There's a lot of people that settle in the world, but why? You are the diamonds. It's just a matter of, do you decide to put that pressure on yourself to create that goal, to create that deadline and get it done? I can encourage, but I'm not waiting for you guys to make a decision, and you can't wait for your family and friends to make a decision. That's on you. Decide to go all in. for the next 24 hours, the next 36 hours, the next 72 hours. Become obsessed. There's nothing wrong. People be like, wow, you know, she's so into that. You know what? In 12 months, in 36 months, you're going to wish you had my obsession 12 months ago, 36 months ago. A team of over 8,000 people. And you got 100 beside you. But you could have 8,000 because you were in at the exact same time, had the exact same opportunity. It was just a different level of intention and intensity. Stop settling. It's here for everyone. There's literally money on the table every single day. There's lives to change every single day. It's just a matter of, do you decide to go and get it done? And you're going to go through so many no's. And that's okay. David sent me a powerful, powerful reel. Maybe about 30 or 60 days ago. And it was let them. People are going to reject you. People are not going to believe you. People are going to do all sorts of things. Let them. Just don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. There's going to be all sorts of distractions, and that's just delaying your success. So a distraction is delaying your success. You decide how long you stay at a position at a level. If you don't like where you are today, what are you willing to do to take you to your over there, your tomorrow? So I just want to be an encourager. There is success for every single one of us in this space, but it's going to start with you making a decision. And the length of time decides on the intention and the intensity. That's it. It's a numbers game. One of the most powerful leaders, you know, I have probably about, I could count on both hands the powerful leaders that I've had in my life, right? And they have influenced the direction and where I am today. And I'm so forever grateful. But are you going to be on somebody's two hands? Are they going to remember you literally taking you to that next level? Are you going to show up that big for somebody that they literally say, that one person, they showed up so big in my life, I will never forget them. But are you going to pay that forward? Are you going to be that somebody that somebody says, oh my goodness, like Jill, oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many people have messaged me that I'm not even friends with, that says, if Jill is in, I'm in. Because I know who Jill is. I know that she has integrity. I know she's honest, and I know she wouldn't want me in something that's not, you know, great. That's Jill's reputation. That's the reputation that NvisionU has. Our mission is to positively impact 1 billion people by the love and the light that we bring, right? What is your intention? What is your long legacy vision, right? Write that down. Start to move different, right? Own your power. There is greatness inside every single one of us, but it's how we show up. Stop living a meaningless life. Don't just let life pass you by. When Jill woke up this morning, I said, you got 110 people in your organization. She was like, what? The last time I looked, I had 101. I said, Jill, it's grown with or without you. You can get a runaway leg in this business. It happened to Catherine. Over 2,000 people. And she's like, I had better do something. Are you going to let a runaway leg go and outpace you? And then you got to, and it's a blessing, but why not match it? Why not lead it? Don't wait for placement. Don't wait for spillover. Build it. Be 2 power legs. Stand up. Run. Stop walking. Stop crawling. Literally. And stop waiting for somebody to kick you in the ass. Kick yourself in the ass. Right? I just want to be an encourager. There is so much here for every single one of us. And literally, it's become a responsibility to share this with the masses, because the world needs our products, the world needs our services, but most importantly, the world needs you. You have family and friends that are praying for you to show up. So show up, land in their messenger, land through a text message, be that person that calls them and says, listen, I need to share something with you. Be that somebody for somebody else, because somebody did it for you, right? You're here for a reason. Who did that for you? How grateful are you? How many people are you going to be that somebody for? Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Super Saturday. Thank you, John Shepard, Champion Going Sapphire, for always being behind the scenes. You guys, let's go and impact 1 billion with intention and intensity. The next 90 days, write it down today. Where are you going to be tomorrow? Stop giving yourself so much time. Let's move with urgency. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you so much, John. Let's close it out.